Testing one. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Scott West. Scott West. Testing 1 2.
Sending a shout out west to Coach West.
Hope Las Vegas is treating you good, Coach West.
And checking for Kobe. Checking.
joining us today for an Eagleton Spotlight. I'm happy to be joined by Ian Britton. Today for our Spotlight is on Mr. Dallin, our head principal here at Eagleton College and Career Academy. Mr. Dallin, this is your 5th year here as the principal at Eagleton, and you have oversaw the transition of Eagleton from a middle school to what is now 6th through 11th grade high school in Eagleton College and Career Academy. How has that transition been, and what has it meant to you professionally to be kind of steering the ship of such a new venture for Blount County Schools?
Well, first, Randall, Ian, thank you for having me on today, and just the opportunity to talk about Eagleton as we continue to grow and develop what is Eagleton College and Career Academy. Thinking about my first 5 years here, it's just been a wild ride. Come in as a middle school principal, go immediately into the pandemic. Come out on the other side of the pandemic and find out we're going to start a high school, which is exciting for me as a high school teacher in my background, to bring that high school to me and to combine those two things together with middle school and high school together all in one building in the middle of a community is just pretty awesome. And to get to be a part of that, I consider it a blessing to have the opportunity to be the guy that has the title principal on his door. But at Eagleton, nobody does anything on their own. It's a family here, and it's taken a whole lot of people professionally to me. It's been something I could have never imagined that I would have had the opportunity to do, but just blessed not to have it on my resume, but to have gotten to be a part of it. And whenever, my years are done in Blount County Schools, to be able to look back and know that I was a part of hopefully what turns into something great here at Eagleton.
Mr. Dallin, I would agree with you that so much of this is us wanting to be here and be a part of this great thing. Personally, we want that, but what do you think it means for the community that you've been here 6 years now and been a part of? What is that like for this place and the unique thing that Eagleton is?
So, quick little background, I grew up in a small town, went to a K through 12 small community school, and then left there to go to UT, which was nothing small. And then my teaching career was at Heritage High School, which was enormously large to what I was used to. So to kind of get back to my roots in that small town, that small community feel, that school where, I know the students' names, they know who their principal is. There's something special about that. And just this community, the way they've wrapped their arms around Eagleton through this growth. That so many of our neighbors here in the middle of, we're surrounded by 3 subdivisions, could have seen construction as a nuisance, but they've been so supportive and excited along the way. So honestly, the school, the staff, you guys that have chosen to come to Eagleton because of what it is and what, how special it is here to be a part of kind of getting back to the olden days, I guess you might say, of those small community schools. Everybody's here because they want to be here, and our students have stayed here when they might have had a choice of going somewhere else. So that's really one of the things that makes it special is from the students to the staff to the community that are here supporting us. Everybody's here because they want to be here.
Just to shift over a little bit towards the athletic side, obviously this is going to be going out on our first home broadcast. With all the transitions of going from a middle school to a high school, comes changes, and you knew that coming into this, especially going, from that middle school to a high school and what involves high school athletics and being a former coach yourself. We're in year 3 of a high school football program, and we're on the 3rd head coach. I was a part of that at the beginning and still helping out, and it's tough. It's tough for any team to go through that. And this off season was a really important one because, hey, we're going into year 1 of a varsity schedule. And, what has it meant to you to get Coach Childs hired, to have him, his leadership on and off the field, this season so far?
It would have never been my hope that we'd be hiring football coach number 3 going into our 3rd year, and appreciative of Coach Bosco and Coach Shadowans of being here in the beginning and taking on a role that honestly was probably not very attractive. We didn't have the facilities. We were trying to sell a vision, starting with just freshmen, playing only JV. But the one piece of that who was always here from the beginning and never faltered, never left, was Coach Stephen Childs. And honestly, he sat in every construction meeting with me, had a hand in designing the field house, has been a part of picking out furniture. There's been nobody as invested as Stephen Childs, not in just the football program, but Eagleton as a whole. And kind of like me, not from this community, but somebody that has just fallen in love with this community and the students here and our staff, and just truly bought into what it means to be a Royal, and what it means to be part of this Eagleton community, and understands the tradition and the rich history of Eagleton and the school here. And so it was, I'm confident in handing the reins over to him as head football coach, but even more confident in handing the reins over him to football coach as somebody that I know is passionate about Eagleton, cares about kids, and cares about just the success of the overall programs, not just a focus on football by itself.
Absolutely. Well, this last question I'm going to pose to you because I just like to hear you talk about it. I like to hear you, kind of talk about these things. It's just, we talk about one Eagleton a lot. We talk about all of us, together. But what are the values? What are the things that you want when people see that E, when we talk about one Eagleton? What does that mean to you?
Ian, today I had the opportunity of going and visiting, with the Maryville Kiwanis Club, and had invited to present and share a little bit about Eagleton there, and several in that room were former Royals, and how excited they are, to see the growth here and to support. They sponsor our Key Club and our Builders Club, and so that's getting back to the core of Eagleton. And kind of what we're bringing back is that small community school, is that family. And family not just within the building. We talked a little bit today about what it means to be a Royal and those traits and characteristics. And you could go down a list of those common, characteristics that people put on resumes, but a heart for each other, people that are willing to do whatever it takes, regardless of what their title is, regardless of what their job description is. Students, you go back to, a couple of years ago when we had a family whose house burned, and our students rallied together and put together a bake sale. And just with a bake sale right here inside our doors, we didn't extend outside our doors, raised $1,000 to give to that family. So, when you talk about what does it mean to be a Royal, it's putting others first. It's caring for those around you. It's having the ability to help those that might not have what you have and lift them up, and coming back to that one Eagleton, regardless of where you're from, when you walk in the doors of the school, you're a Royal, and that's what unites us all. And that was my conversation with the Kiwanis today is, within our building, we're a Royal family, but it takes the community around us. I guess here you could say it takes a village, as we're right in the heart of Eagleton Village. But they're our extended family, and we invite them, and especially those that are former Royals themselves, to care about our school, to support our school, to love on our kids, to love on our staff, and make you guys continue to want to be here and do the amazing things that you all do every day. So to really put your finger on this list, this bulleted list of traits and characteristics that make Eagleton Eagleton, it's not that simple. It's really just, and you almost have to be here to feel it. And for those that are outside of our walls, sometimes it's a struggle for them to understand why we're so passionate about what we do, and why we put in the hours we do and face the challenges that we do to support our students in this community. But at the end of the day, it's about being a Royal, and that's not just something we've created. That's something that's been created since the 60s, when this place was a junior high, and those things that have just carried on that rich tradition and history of the importance of family. And that's why they're all still so close, is that familyness that they felt. And they still talk about that today. And I hope our students, when they're in the Kiwanis, decades from now, retired, that they're reliving their memories together as what it meant to be an Eagleton Royal.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We certainly do not want to end the spotlight without thanking Mr. Dowling for the hard work and leadership over the last few years. Again, the you didn't. I don't think you knew you were going to be a construction foreman, and doing all the. I remember year one here, moving desks the day before school started. Getting classrooms ready. So we want to thank you for that. Appreciate you coming on today for the Eagleton Spotlight.
Glad to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the crown of Blount County in the heart of Eagleton Village. My name is Ian Britton. I'm here with my partner, Randall Davis. We're ready for some football tonight, Randall?
Absolutely. Excited to be here. Eagleton College and Career Academy taking on the West Greene Buffaloes. Excited for a night of football. Been some showers off and on. It's been some weird weather. We've been watching the radar and didn't look like there was any weather, but there has been. So excited to get the game rolling here in just a few minutes, but definitely always ready for a night of football.
Absolutely. The clouds have cleared a little bit. Teams are out on the field getting a little pregame talk, a little pregame warm-up in. Coach, we got a lot of growth that we saw on the field last week. What are some things that we will be seeing this week from the Royals?
Well, obviously, Eagleton Academy, we come in 0-3 last week. Played the best game we've played of the year against Oneida. Started out the game there, drove down, scored some points. Just couldn't capitalize and score a touchdown. But defensively played the best game we've played all year. Agreed. And so we're hoping we can capitalize on that. Going against the Buffaloes from up in Greene County, Mosshound, Tennessee, they're coming in 2-1 on the year. So far they have played North Greene, Cloudland. They beat both of them, and then last week lost 40-6 to Chucky Doak. Going to see a little bit different football than we've seen so far this year. The 3 games that we've played previously, Tellico, Scott, and Oneida, all 3 teams that like to live in 20 personnel, had 2 backs in there, or what some people want to call 11 personnel with a tight end H-back type team. This team is more of a shotgun wing tee. They're going to have some strong and weak tackle, and they want to run the football. Okay. They want to control the clock and run the football and win the game up front. And so going to be a different game, and it's going to be on our defense to stop the run, and it's really going to be on our offense to score some points. We haven't scored a lot of points so far. We're going to have to score some points today to win this football game.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head there where you talked about consistency. We saw a lot of flashes, some great plays, but to be successful in high school football, you've really got to string drives together, right? And so we're looking for some consistency in that offensive unit. Looking forward to see what they can do tonight.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like we're going to get ready here for the national anthem. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back for the kickoff.
College and Career Academy. This evening's Royal Nation extends a special welcome to the administrators, teachers, students, and fans of West Greene High School.
Welcome back to here. Welcome back, guys. After a short delay, we are apparently going to be delayed for about 9 minutes before the start of the game, so we're going to get this all sorted out. Coach Davis,
Sorry, having some technical difficulties up here a little bit.
apologize, guys. I think we're back.
Yeah, I had a little delay on the field. Had some lightning earlier, and that's put us a few minutes behind. Having the band march in to do the national anthem. So I think we're going to be 5 or 6 minutes behind on our start here. They're going to come in and play the national anthem, and then the team will run out, and we will get the game rolling. Going to be Eagleton's first region game. Both teams come in having not played a region game so far. I think North Greene is out of region. I believe they're a 1A team now. They played that at the beginning of the year. North Greene, the Greene schools all kind of shifted this year. West Greene was actually, I believe, a 3A school last year. Shifted down to 2A this year. North Greene moved down. North Greene moved down to 1A, so some shifting around, but they played them at the beginning of the year. Eagleton has played 3 non-district games so far, so first district game here. You know how that always goes with it's always good to get a first district win, and no matter what these first 3 games have been, Coach, when it comes to the playoffs, it doesn't really matter that much. Got to get it. Got to get a win.
Time to have gotten a few things straight and be able to come out here and get our first region victory.
So finally got our band marching in here. So we're going to get the band in here, and once they do, we will pause for the national anthem, and then we'll be ready to get kickoff rolling. On the field, getting some action shots for us, and of course our esteemed colleague John Covey producing for us today.
Here.
Also, we got him on the mic today, which is always exciting.
Our scoreboard, you notice it looks kind of more NFL-like, but it's going to be a fun night tonight, guys. Let's go ahead and listen to the national anthem.
We're about ready to play some football. We've got the Eagle.
Looks like our captains tonight are Liam Doman, Caleb Click. A good thing. Liam has played exceptionally well over the last couple weeks. Looks like that's Wyatt Moody. Looks like that's number 20. That's going to be Maddox Garber. And number 65, one of the big boys up front, Justin Sintel.
Be interested to see whether we get the ball first here. We had quite a few conversations this week with Coach Childs, Coach Brandon, and Coach Bruton about the different things. What do you think here where we want to take that ball if we get the choice?
Yeah, I mean, it's always it goes back and forth on what people want to do. I'm an offensive guy, so I always want the ball. it can be seen both ways. But if I ever have the chance, I want the football. So we're going to see here real quick what they want to do. If it's me, I'm taking the football. I'm going to go down and try to set the tone early
set
here.
That tone. All right.
Looks like we won the toss and deferred.
Okay.
So going to be starting out on defense.
Get a good stop and see if we can't get the field position switched our way.
Eagleton has won the toss, has deferred. West Greene will receive.
So going to get a chance to see that offense from West Greene here. Like I said, Coach, it's they're going to be in a shotgun wing T look.
Primarily going to run out of it?
Yeah, they like to run the football. They definitely are going to try to attack and control the football. Going to be a big deal for our defense to try to
get off the field
to get off the field and see if we can go make a statement offensively.
Royals are out onto the sideline.
So here we go. Gonna get the band off the field and get ready to get this thing rolling. We'd love to go ahead and start off here before the kickoff and maybe talk about one of our sponsors.
All right. We're going to thank GT Shelley Enterprises. GT Shelley, if you need your lawn mowed, you need some yard work done, call our buddies over at GT Shelley, 865-441-6999. Thank you, GT Shelley. You've been a longtime sponsor of the Eagleton program.
All right, quick shout out to Mr. Gallagher and the amazing things he's done with this band so far this year. A fantastic entrance to the game for the football team.
Yeah, they're only getting better. It's a new program. Mr. Gallagher got a lot of experience in that world and getting better every week. So love to see them get out here and have a little entrance for our football team, and going to get out here for the kickoff and let's get ready to get this thing rolling.
All right, let's get this thing in the air and get some good coverage on this kick. Looks like we've got number 18, Gabe Steinbach, for the kick. Sporting some pink gloves. Very nice.
Steinbach to kick. Franklin to receive.
Gabe's got a pretty good leg. Hit a field goal for us last week.
From a little distance too, right?
So love to see him get one deep here. Maybe we can pin him. Not a great kick, but
Good
it's in no
kick.
man's land.
Can we get it covered? It's number 2, Austin Franklin, with trying to get the edge and not quite getting there.
Okay, good contain though. Didn't let something that could have been dangerous become an issue. Looks like West Greene's going to start on about the 38 yard line, 37.
Yep.
So
all right, still quite a bit of field. Hopefully we can get a good stop here. On that line, we seem to have that same personnel as last week. We're looking to get some pressure on that quarterback, or with the run, are we going to kind of try and keep contained and just stop him at the line of scrimmage, Coach?
Yeah, we got Gio out there. We're definitely went a little bigger. But here it is. I mean, it's a shotgun wing tee.
Yep.
And they're going straight at us. Big stop by Caleb Click there. That's exactly what we need.
Get that penetration into the backfield. Solid tackle for a loss.
Cover on the carry.
I mean, Coach, the wing tee's designed. It's a 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense. They want to just grind it down the field. You've got to get them behind the chains because it's not designed to throw the ball down the field. There's not a lot of passing schemes in these offenses, and they've developed over time. But that's a great stop on first down to get it.
How important is misdirection, and for us defensively, especially for our linebackers, making sure that they keep discipline and stay where they need to be?
Got a key on guards.
The outside, bringing him down maybe 7 yards, Coach?
Yes, 6 or 7. I mean, when it comes to keying, though, you got a key on the guards.
Okay.
In the wing tee, the guards are going to take you where the football is going. Okay. Regardless of the misdirection, they're going to pull and run the buck sweeps. They're going to pull on the traps. And they're going to take you to where the sallies are and those types of things. So the sally's the big misdirection play of the wing tee. So going to be looking for another run here probably. That's just what the wing T does.
Third and a long 3. Can we get him down in the backfield?
Stopped
Looks
him.
like we have. Another solid stop by the defense.
It's one series here, one series. I would be looking at there's a chance West Greene might go for it here. Looks like they're running the punt team in.
I was going to say, that's they lost a yard at least, and it's almost more like a 4th and 5, right?
Yep. So, again, Coach Childs, this one series, but he's watched a lot of film. Him and Coach Bruton and Coach Winstead prepared for that first series. Now got to get the offense rolling here, ready to go.
All right.
Good punt.
Good punt. Signal for a fair catch at the 18-yard line.
You know what I always say about those nice punts? Just gives us more yards to go score.
Exactly.
So I want to change of possession. Let's hit one of our sponsors.
Sponsor MowerWorks. MowerWorks, if you need your mower fixed, come see our guys down at MowerWorks. MowerWorks, right behind Blunt Memorial Hospital. They've been a longtime sponsor as well. Call them 865-213-2773.
All right. Royals take over possession here with those 2 receivers to either side. Is that a handoff to Cope? Can he get past first? Unfortunately, he's brought down in the backfield.
Well, Coach, West Greene's coming out there with a 4-2 look, a little 4-2 box, and they show you that you got to run the football, but you can't do that if you don't block them. Got to get a little bit better blocking there, but that's a good box to run the football against. Probably going to be looking for some RPO type stuff off of that as well, because you're going to have some hole players that are in some leverage situations there, so would be looking for some of that as well.
Willard King's coming off the field there. Hopefully he's all right. Now we got 2 receivers sitting there, back in that same 2 receivers either side formation. Maybe look to see a bit of a pass play here. Drops back to pass, hits him in the flat, but dropped by Eric Fox.
And these are the kind of things that we've got to do a better job of. Ran a simple hitches play there. Eric just dropped the ball. He's had a little bit of a rough week, been in and out of practice, but if he had that one back, I think he makes the catch.
It's hard to get to that timing if you've been out for a little bit.
And behind the chains here, just got to try to get something here, and if not, got to go play defense again. But just can't make a mistake here.
Driving back to pass, got a receiver open, unable to thread the needle.
It's a good look there. Had a post by number 2 there, Colton. The number 2 receiver, Colton Relation.
Was his initial read to Fox on that post, or?
Yeah, it looked like it was. It looked like they may have ran double post, and Colton had a window there. He threw it in there. Colton didn't look like he was quite ready for it. But it's tough when you get behind the chains, Coach. It's difficult when you get
Seriously
behind the
limits
chains.
the playbook.
It doesn't. You're just always pressing, But what you don't want to do there is make a mistake, turn the football over, and we didn't, and that's good. Let's get a good punt here, and let's go play defense.
Steinbeck's back in. Hopefully he can get the foot and flip this field back the other way. High punt, and it's got some distance. Is it going to roll our way? Yes, it is. Oh. Royals on the spot. Lane Cope with it down it at the West Greene 48-yard line.
First down and 10.
So, gonna get a heavy dose of some more shotgun wing T here, Coach. Just got to be ready to do what we did there. The one change I see from last week is they've moved Tyson outside. They're moving him to kind of that strong and weak tackle side. Now you've got the brothers click, as we like to call them, on the outside, which is tough to stop. I mean, it gives you really good leverage situations.
Try and meet at the middle at the quarterback, right?
And you got Lane Cope in the middle, throwing the football, a little quick screen, but nice tackle.
Royals there and bring him down.
And that's Navarre McDonald Reisner.
Yes.
Haven't got to talk about Navarre. This is his first game that he's been eligible here for us.
Just a fantastic kid. We've both gotten to know him through track and
Transferred over last year, played some JV football with us, first game eligible.
great to see him out there.
He's a fighter. He does everything the right way. Great to see him fight through and make that tackle there. So they came out throwing. Now look, they've spread them out a little bit. They're in
the near side this time.
Trips closed look, but they're running buck
Running that
sweep.
other way. Oh, he's able to push and roll the pile all the way down for a first down.
And that's the buck sweep for you, Coach. They pulled both guards, and they, if you saw, they were in trips closed, and that's just trips this way with a tight end away, and they pulled both guards. They're hoping to set an edge and get those big boys leading.
Well, and just get the numbers on that short side of the field, right?
Because you're gonna put numbers to the trips, and they're gonna try to leverage you away from that. So in that same formation here, trips closed look, I'd be looking at maybe going that way again.
Say if it worked for him that time, but this time he's met in the backfield for a loss by Tyson Click.
I'm gonna guess they're not gonna leave him unblocked very often.
I was going to say they need to put another person on him if they haven't yet.
And that's the thing that helps you defensively is if that happens too often, they're going to have to put another guy on him, which frees up other
somebody
guys.
else.
Big play there for the Royals.
Well, and now it gets them behind the chains. Hopefully we can continue that. See if Caleb can get home this time from the other side.
Rolling out.
Rolling his way.
If you see there, Coach, they're not comfortable with throwing the football.
It doesn't seem near as smooth or comfortable for him, that's for sure.
But Coach, if you see, we're traditionally a 3-4 defense. We have shifted into.
I was going to say, is that a 5?
It looks like a 5. We're really in kind of an under front with an outside linebacker who's walked up.
Okay.
It's for a team that likes to do what they do. It's a really good game plan.
Okay. So almost rolling one of the linebackers up to the line and making that line even wider, right?
And they're just going 3 over top of 3 over here and saying, we're gonna be as good as your guys over here.
You can beat us. He's got a man open, but can we get him down before the sticks? Does not appear so.
It's going to be close. Right at the sticks. Right at the sticks. Yep, they gave it to him. And that's the thing we can't do. We left the flats open. We rallied to the ball. We got to get them down.
Now, on this near side with those 2 receivers, was that just a miscommunication of who's supposed to get the short route, or how does that work over here?
Yeah, it depends on the coverage. I don't believe they're in man. I think they're in some kind of zone or split look, and so they're probably reading 2, and they're always going to try to have some kind of under route offensively. Yeah, it's just rallying. It's all about rallying to the flats and trying to get there a little quicker.
All right. Buffalo's back in that initial formation, rolling out that way. He's got a man. We've got to get that short pass to the flat, right?
Yeah, and that looked to be your traditional waggle out of the wing tee. We talked a little bit about that earlier.
And that's just where the quarterback rolls.
You got a tight end dragging from the backside. It's the most thrown pass in the wing tee formation, wing tee offense that you'll ever see in your entire life. If you talk to anybody that played in the wing tee, myself being one of them, you've thrown waggle. So you've ran waggle a million times, but they're still in a modified wing. They don't have a wing right now.
And that's the thing. When you do that, you can do that when the defense has to cover that much of the field. But as we get here to the red zone and there's just less space, hopefully we can bend but not break in this situation, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing that does happen with the wing tee quite a bit is they tighten up a little bit when you get into these areas if you can slow the run down. So.
We're back here with you. We got trips to the near side.
Got that trips closed. Look again, tied into the West Greene side.
Buck sweep to the opposite side.
And there it is.
Go for it.
And we got penetration. Jonathan Joyle on the tackle.
Nice.
Jonathan told me in the hallway today, he said, Coach, I'm going to have 70 tackles. And I said, Jonathan, I'm not sure they're going to run 70 plays, buddy, but if they do, I sure hope you do.
Awesome.
So, really, really good. First of all,
and I've gotten to know him a little bit. He seems like a real good kid.
First of all, the thing I'm proudest on, Coach Britton, is that you recognize buck sweep there.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm learning from the best, Coach.
That was a they're going to run that buck sweep out of that trips closed set quite a bit. It's a great play to the boundary.
Yep.
It does limit you a little bit leverage-wise because you run out of real estate.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's okay to do in the middle of the field, but
Fumble.
Oh, ball's on the ground. Can we get there? Looks like the.
And the bad thing is that really helped them.
I was to say, I think you just fumbled and for a 6-yard gain.
Now, 4th down.
It's all right. We got a chance. You think they would kick it from here, Coach? Or
I didn't see the kicker in warm-ups. I'm going to guess they're going to go for it here.
don't see any much of a personnel change.
Looks like they're going for it. For 2 reasons: A, they may not have the greatest kicker, and B, they think if we don't get it here,
They can keep
we can
field
slow them down and field positions. They're going to call a timeout and think about it. We're going to take one with them, and we're going to talk about another one of our sponsors.
West Greene calls for timeout. Timeout on the field.
Kuntz Cram Course. Kuntz Cram Course, a great way to get that ACT score up. Kuntz Cram Course is for high schoolers looking to try to get that ACT score a little bit better. 865-387-0815. Thanks, Kuntz Cram Course, for your continuing support.
All right, so Coach, you've been in many of these huddles. We're trying to coach up this defense and make sure we're getting this stop on 4th down. Is it just a lot of the things we've talked about so far, making sure you get that penetration in the backfield, watching out for those passes to the flat, or do you think they're going to try and sneak one over the top and get 7?
The first thing that I'm telling them, and I'm telling them probably 20 times, is to watch the football. It seems minute, it seems minuscule, but that's the first thing they're probably doing is a hard count. Offsides right here gets them the first down and gives them 4 more plays. But yeah, then I think they're going to have to throw the ball here. They've not been getting chunk plays running the ball, so I am looking for something, especially if they're in that trips closed look, to come back to that flat route that they completed earlier.
Try to stretch the field out to the side and see if you can beat him to the boundary.
I just saw Jonathan Jewell. It looks like he told him watch the football. So they are in that trips look. They're in a true trips with a single receiver to the upper side. So
wow, yeah.
That's a false start on them.
65 on the outside.
And
right?
18 the receiver
Slot
there.
receiver.
Yeah. False start on them. That is good news for us. We did jump, though. I don't like that. You got to stay still. Now, he reacted to the offensive lineman, and you are taught that. So I know Coach Winstead coaches him up every day. I did it with him every day last year. So it was my goal as a scout team offensive guy to try to get them to jump.
Do everything you could to get him to do it in practice. Yep.
So now we're really looking for a pass. I'm thinking they're going to be looking at that upper single receiver. But I don't think that's going to be good for them. Navarre is a pretty good corner, but we'll see what they do here.
Navarre Island, right?
Navarre Island. It's almost like Rivas Island. And there it is.
Go to him. Is he up? Oh. I don't know if I like that, Coach.
The thing that I can play devil's advocate on there is he didn't turn around and play the ball.
Didn't play the ball.
And that's always going to get you as a DB. When you don't play the ball, you get called for that a lot. So
Interference on the defense.
I said they were going there because that's where I'm going. You like a one-on-one look. We didn't have any safeties over top.
And that'll be a 15-yard, or what is that?
Probably half a distance to the goal because we're on the, 20-yard line, right? So probably to the 10, yep. And it's going to be a first down. We're going to have 4 plays to stop them here.
First and goal from the 10.
Got John Klaus down there in the end zone getting us some film, doing a great job. Hopefully he's getting us some good. There's that switch with their strong tackle and weak tackles.
I see the difference.
Back to that more wing T look.
I say we got 2 backs in the backfield, 20 personnel running in that direction and getting to
Touchdown.
the end zone.
And, Coach, we keep talking about it, and these are the things that we're going to continue to get better at. But penalties, mistakes, turnovers are the things that hurt us. But it's okay. We're going to go get the ball back, and we just got to go score.
And momentum is important, and this is a young team. Being able to, after that 4th down conversion, that's just – it's a big ask at this point. I know they're maturing and they're coaching them up, but that is a hard thing to do.
Just have to try to find a way here offensively to get some momentum. Take advantage of that light box. It's a 4-2 box, but we've got to be able to block them and get some momentum.
Well, before we get there, Coach, the Buffaloes seem to be going for 2.
And
Let's see if we can get a stop right here.
Coach, this is what they call the power eye. Hadn't seen this one in a long time.
I remember that from the
And that would be called wham.
And
they did not get it. That is a big stop.
Huge.
That's old school right there, guys. That is 44 wham. I ran that one a time or two when I was 10. So, believe it or not, for those of you who've seen me on Art Today's giveaway that me and Coach Britton did, I'm a big boy. That's why I'm on the Big Boy Sports Corner. But I used to be a running back.
Shameless self-promotion here, Coach.
Yeah, check it out, Apple Podcast. But, yeah, don't see the power eye a whole lot, but that's a big stop.
Well, in that goal line package, it made sense, but thankfully we had enough push and enough hats to keep them out.
I do think that gives us a little bit of an answer that their kicking game may not be very good.
Well,
so
I was just talking about it, the importance of momentum. Hopefully that can be a little bit here that gets us going the right direction.
Well, while we're setting up here, let's do one more ad for one of our sponsors.
Do you want your hair to look good like Coach West, who is currently in the sunny Las Vegas? Go see Broadway Barbershop. Broadway Barbershop, been around for over 60 years. They're a staple of the Maryville area here. See Broadway Barbershop, get that new cut.
All right, Royals set to receive. We got 2 back there.
Looks like we got Eric Fox, Colton Relation, both cats.
On the far side, yep.
Both cats, they've got some wheels.
We know they can run.
Let's see how this kicker can get it back there.
Not quite there. Comes
Alan Faree.
Ooh, Alan, nice. Hold on to that ball, Alan.
That's a great kid right there. Love to see him be able to touch the ball. I know you've had him in class. Yep. I've had him in class. Great kid. But Eagleton, the Royals, we're going to be getting the ball on the 35-yard line. Great field position. Let's capitalize here, Royals.
Now it's time to.
Looks like we're going to have 4 receivers. We got Eric Fox, Willard King, Colton Relation, and Navarre on doing a little double duty.
Yep. Let's see if we can't get something down the field or. Rolling this side, he's got somebody open.
Just missed it there.
Wasn't quite tall enough to grab it.
Just ran a little flood pattern there. Out by number 2. Willard was open. We missed it. Started out a little bit like this last week, and Nate settled down. We have got to hit those. Got to hit those type of plays.
Well, and I think last week we talked about it in the initial one, but right about the time we started to talk about it, he really came through and got that timing down, and off it started to flow like we hoped.
We're in a trips look now. They got 3 over top of 3. You got to run box. You got to be able to run the football.
Well, and it's a keeper for a yard.
A little bit of positive momentum. Tyson Click just took a kid to the sideline over there. He's ready to play. We got to have that all the way across the board, though.
Well, and Coach, is that something that it just takes all 5 guys working together, or can you key on one individual lineman and try and run his direction every time?
You just can't have penetration. I mean, if you can't get the front 4 blocked, then it don't matter. They've shifted into a 5-man box now, 3-2
looks
look.
like both. One safety's up. In pass protection, looks like you might have something.
Flood again. They ran
him open.
There it is.
That's the barrier for a first down.
So they came back to it. Coach Branton with a great play call saw something he liked, and even though they shifted out of that look with shifted a safety back and had a flat look, Nate put it on a line and ran that flood concept and hit him.
And Coach, I would be remiss. Should have said a mower works first.
That's correct.
Right.
So they
back
shifted
up to the ball quick.
I like so they on 3rd down they went to more of a nickel look, and now they're back into that 4-2 box, bringing some pressure.
All right, he's got the barrier.
I think Lane could have been better off just continuing to run there.
He had some green out near the sideline.
Some fake green. This nice, beautiful turf field. Yeah, we're getting too much penetration. Now on that one, they brought an inside blitz. But I'm interested in what West Greene's doing here. They're in a 4-2 box, but in long situations, third down, they're shifting into a 5-man box.
Well, and they bring that one safety up like they are.
Yeah, they're in cover 3.
Yep.
Navarre with a catch.
But fighting for some extra yards, gets 3 where he maybe shouldn't have gotten any, right?
Yep.
Brings it into third manageable.
It's third down.
Bringing 25 out. They're going back to a 3-man front. So this is a tendency here, Coach. They're what they're doing is shifting down to a 5-man box on third down and putting some more DBs in. Looks like they're staying in cover 3.
Well, this worked for us last time, though. They're rolling the pocket this way. We'll stop, but nothing there. Can he keep it going? Yes, and he's going to make it.
For a Mower Works.
First down.
First down. That's a great off-schedule play by Nate. I think that Coach Branton has identified that they're doing that on third down.
Well, and just the patience to see that it's not there, not throw it away, but find some grass and go get it, right?
Yeah, I mean, essentially what they're doing is, and they're actually staying in it here, Coach. They're staying in that 3-man front, and what they're doing is they're automatically getting a flat player out here with number 9. We have got to get some guys blocked. We cannot win this game without being able to run the football.
Well, hopefully what we see there is his ability just to fight back and not make that a negative play on here in 2nd and 10. If we can get some halfway to the sticks and make this manageable third down.
Staying in a 2-by-2 look. They're back to that 4-2 box. Good protection, good pass.
Good play, right read, and he's able
There
to
it
bring
is,
a tackle
Navarre.
on the sideline. Navarre, McDonald, Reisner.
Navarre brings something that we haven't had for the first 3 weeks. He's a smart football player, Coach. He gets north and south. And the thing that he has developed over the last 4 years, Coach, we've known him for a long time. He's gotten so much better athletically. We saw that this year on the track. One of our fastest kids we've got out there, and he's a smart football player. Love that play. Just a simple hitch, and he went and made a play. Running a little power here, Lane Cope making a play.
Running and able to find some grass, tiptoe down the sideline. Did he make it?
No, got him out of bounds.
But still, a 2nd and short.
We were remiss to forget on that last first down, a little Mower Works first down. Can't forget it. I wouldn't be mowing this year if it wasn't for Mower Works. I know that much, so can't forget them. Love this play, 2nd and short. Got to have something here.
Well, and now we've trips to the near side. A little bit different look than we were the last couple plays.
I'd be looking for a sprint out here, Coach.
Okay. Rolling the pocket this way. He's got a couple of guys, but able to tuck it in. Was he able to get the first down?
Got a little bit, just good coverage by the defense. Coach Branton and I think a lot alike. I like the sprint out there. Nate did a good job of he didn't make a mistake and just throw something out there.
Yep.
Was able to make something out of nothing. And now we got to get this first down to give
ourselves. Shoelace away from being able to tiptoe in. So.
And now we just got to give ourselves a chance to have 4 more plays.
All right.
So that's the quarter. We're going to take it with them and talk about one of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a minute.
West Greene 6, Eagleton 0.
Are you an Eagleton junior, possibly working the camera, possibly named Landon McClurg? Well, you are probably going to be taking the ACT soon. And if you're taking the ACT soon, you're going to want to get that score as high as possible. Higher ACT scores means more scholarships, more college choice. Call our buddies over at Coons Cram Course. Get that ACT score up, 865-387-0815.
And we're back here for the start of the second quarter. Royals deep in Buffalo territory. Looking for a little bit of a quarterback sneak here. Were we able to push the pile, Coach?
Didn't get a good initial start, but got a nice little second surge, but it's close. I don't think we got it, Coach.
It's 4th down.
And it looks like they're going to go for it
Quarterback
again.
sneak wasn't as kind to us as it was last week.
Yeah, looks like we're going to go. We're staying tight, little bunch formation.
Got 2 receivers to the near side. We're going to hand it off to the back or try and stretch this to the open part of the field. Oof. I think we just turned it over on downs, Coach. We're still deep in their territory. Hopefully we can get a stop here. And
Brought down by Payne.
Yeah, you really don't. You really want to get something there. I personally think you got to do something different on 3rd down and then look at that sneak on 4th. We were so good at the quarterback sneak last week that you can't fault them there. But I think that you're a little further there. I mean, it was a yard and a half. But you got your 3 biggest guys in the middle there with Scotty and the brothers Click. So I don't necessarily blame them, but I think maybe you wait till 4th down to try that one there. Looks like they're in a little 2-back, 20 personnel. That was a
fumbled snap,
yeah,
but able to get him in the background. And
that was just not good from the start. I do not think he was ready for that, but we will take it.
Tackled by Hippolyte John.
Need to get some momentum here. Showed some things there offensively, but it's the thing that we've been doing. You know, showed some stuff offensively last week. Had trouble getting in the end zone, but I know we're going to get in the end zone this week, just so we can say a Broadway Barbershop touchdown. We're going to get it for you, Johnny.
all right, looks like we're all pretty close to the line of scrimmage here, Coach. So we don't have a safety in the back, and
Willard's got good coverage.
Willard, look, jet up.
That's great coverage. That's great coverage.
And the difference there, Coach, is he's turning around and playing the ball, right?
I'll tell you there, Mr. Bledsoe, the back official there, I saw him reach for his flag. I think that was a great call by him leaving it in there. Willard made a great play. Had a hand on, but that's what DBs do, and then he got his hand on the ball. That was a great play.
Turned his head, got his hand on the ball. That was fantastic.
I think if he doesn't turn his head, it's PI. I do, but Willard did a great job there. They tried a little switch route. They ran a little inside post type run with number 1 and faded out with number 2. We did a great job covering it. 3rd and long, got to be looking for something again because they're not going to run the football.
We've only
here.
got 2 DBs on this side.
We got a strong safety there with Lane Cope. He's going to be our flat defender probably. They've rushed him, so we are outnumbered here. That's intentional grounding. That is intentional grounding.
Did he have a receiver?
It doesn't matter in high school football. That's intentional grounding. Okay, great job, officials. But it's okay. We got to stop.
Yep.
And we're going to have good field position here. Looks like we got Colton Relation going back deep.
That's good for us.
Good punt last time by West Greene.
He got a hold of that last one.
You almost wonder why he's not their kicker. You know, got a good leg. Their kicker did not have a great leg on that first one, but again, that could play a role for us. Oh, got a
snap. He was not able to get a clean one.
Get away from it, Peter. Great job.
Yeah, a big Royal roll right there.
And that's a great series by our Royals.
Down to the 33-yard line.
All right. Let's take all this progress and let's get it to the end zone.
Ian,
Coach.
football's a game of momentum.
Yep.
Sports are a thing of momentum. You're our girls basketball coach. You know, you go down, you get a stop on defense, you come back, you hit a basket, and things can roll. Same thing on we turned it over on downs. We get a bad snap on 1st down, we get a stop, bad punt. We're gonna go put it in right here.
All right.
Little 2x2 bunch
formation. Yep. Can we sneak something to the outside? Oh, a little trickeration. He's able to make the first guy miss. Fox hanging on to that ball.
If we just get them blocked out there, I do like it. I like that play. Now, Ian, the one thing I saw there, they were in a 4-man front, but their end to the upper side there was wide. He was, and I think maybe that's that bunch, but he was. You run an inside trap is what you do, and you take it to the house. He's not as wide here, but that was a different look from them. Good protection here.
Got the pass, good timing. Another one to Navarre.
Yeah, we got to feed him. He is sure-handed. He runs good routes.
And he seems to have that timing down with Nate. So,
well, Coach, this is one thing I do know. Nate comes and throws all the time. He throws over the summer, and Navarre's here every time.
Yep, absolutely. He's one of those guys that's here every time. Another Mower Works first down they just gave us. All right.
Got a trips look here.
Touchdown.
We might be sprinting out that way. Not going to run.
Coming back this side and able to get down for a gain of about 7.
I like the call there. Just a simple little inside zone look.
No, just about 5.
It's 2nd down.
Coach Branton signaling in the play. Got those trips to the far side of the field.
Nice little chance here to go and make a play. 2nd and 5, always a good down to try something.
Handoff, and he's able to push that pile again. Was he able to get down to the 15-yard line? Again with a 3rd and 2.
Moody on the tackle.
Now, Coach, last time this is where we kind of got stopped. It's probably a little too long to go with a quarterback sneak here. Do you expect a run play, or are we going to try and get another one to this near side to Navarre?
I think I'm going to Navarre. They're playing off of him a little bit.
And he's by himself. There's no safety help. So if he can maybe a little hitch and go, get him 6.
Yeah, not a bad play there.
Oh, a little screen to the outside. Going to make him miss.
It's going to be close.
I think he got the first down, Coach.
I like it. Just went with a quick, easy little snap route to him. He was playing far enough off.
Yep.
That's an NFL college type play. It's, hey, I'm going to get it to you. You go make a play.
Well, Mower Works first down because of that timing that Navarre runs that clean route. Clemmer's able to deliver. That was some solid work. Let's punch it into that end zone. Maybe a hitch and go now.
Just sent the link over to Mr. Morgan with Broadway Barbershop. I hope he's tuning in just in time. Little rollout from Nate.
Going the other way, and he's got somebody open. Was Willard able to hang on?
Man,
he was.
Covey called it over there. He had Fox if he throws it early. He had Fox, but we'll take that. Going to get him 1st and goal. Jeremiah Fitzgerald going in. A little bit of power package here.
Okay.
I love to see Jeremiah in there. He has worked hard to earn the trust of the team and get back out there. Missed some this summer, but he's been there every day. Well, he's worked.
And, Coach, that's what we want, right? We got 2 backs in the backfield. Jeremiah on that far side, Cope to the near side. See what Coach got cooked up. Ball's going to Cope. Jeremiah leading the way for pay dirt.
For a Broadway Barbershop touchdown.
Coach, that was big. You talked about that momentum. Now, 6-6. We've tied it up. We're gonna kick it through here.
Kick a little Gabe Steinbach field goal right here.
Take the lead.
Just need a nice snap, nice hold from Nate, and put it through right here.
All right. And it's through. Here we go. Royals have the lead here. About midway through the 2nd quarter.
Eagleton 7, West Greene 6.
Coach, again, it's a momentum game. That's exactly what you're looking for. Some big plays by Nate, some big plays by Navarre.
And a nice home crowd get into it.
A nice throw to Willard down there, and then we go and cap it off with a run by Lane Cope, who just wanted it there. He wasn't going to be denied.
And he had Jeremiah going on that far side, clearing the way for him. That was some good football right there. I think we're going to head to Covey again for one of our sponsors.
Are you a aging gym coach? Do you want to look like Clint Eastwood? Is your name possibly Coach Hart? Well, you should get your way down to Broadway Barbershop, our touchdown sponsor. Eagleton up 7-6. If you want to be winning like Eagleton, go get yourself a new do at Broadway Barbershop.
I think I might need to make a trip down to Broadway Barbershop. I don't know if I want him to touch these luscious locks, but you think he can trim this beard up for me?
I was going to say, he might be able to work on that, give you a little trim on the beard, but I think you need to leave that hair. I'm a little jealous, I'm not going to lie.
The hair's not going anywhere. I like the hair an awful lot, so.
All right, we're back here.
Having a little trouble getting everybody in on kickoff. I can promise that Coach Bruton will not be happy about that. Coach Bruton is passionate about special teams.
Well, and he does a fantastic job, Coach. I know that sometimes that's the phase of the game that people overlook, but it can make such a big impact in the game. Steinbeck here with a nice, solid kick. Is he going to be able to keep it in bounds? He is. Get that coverage unit, make him run sideways.
Yes,
just enough time for the Royals to be there. Is that Cope on the tackle, Coach?
Cope, JJ. Nice little run down there. It makes a difference. I do love to give Bruton a hard time and tell him that special teams don't matter. I'm an offensive coach. To me, nothing matters but offense, but it is a 1/3 of the game, and when you have a guy that's passionate about it, like him, our special teams coordinator, co-defense coordinator, he does a great job working on that.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure getting to know him just, this year. He's new to Eagleton like so many of us. But here to be a part of something special. Speaking of something special, let's see if we can get a stop right here deep in Buffalo territory.
Sprinting out.
Looks like a pass play. He's got somebody open. Can we get him down? Looks like the Buffaloes are out to almost the 35-yard line, picking up a first down. Coach, again, we know they like to run the ball, but it seems like they've slowed down on that, and this short passing game is kind of coming into play. Right?
Yeah, one thing I know Coach Childs is going to be looking at halftime here in about 6 minutes is how can we shore up those flats. We've done a good job of stopping the run so far. We have got to do a better job of rallying to the flats and stop giving up that 7 or 8 yards, 9 yards every time they throw the football to the flats. So going to be running the football here.
Another high snap. They're running us out wide. Can we get him? We do. Bring him
good
down
rally.
For short gain.
Could have had him in the backfield.
I was going to say, would have liked to have him a few steps earlier.
Still gain of 5, which is positive for West Greene, but still a good job there by Eagleton rallying on the play there.
And anytime you got that many blue shirts headed the right direction, that's a good thing.
We got a different corner in over here up top. Wyatt Matosian getting a series here.
Well, good.
Giving Navarro a blow, who's went both series so far. So
we've seen him out there in both units expending a lot of energy. All right, 3 to the high side, rolling that way for another pass.
And there is no
and it's
one.
just a run. Oh, a lot of green grass. He's able to shake off a tackler and just walk out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the contain was on that one. Ian, we have got to make sure we have someone over there.
Is that a linebacker's responsibility for that outside, or is it just the end setting the edge?
To be honest with you, it looked like we were in man there because Nate was just turning and running with his guy.
Yep.
And we had nothing over
Now,
there.
is that just by design?
He scrambled and saw that there was no one over there. I'm not sure where the corner was. I didn't see where that receiver on that side went, but definitely need to do a better job of having someone over to make a stop.
All right, we still got plenty of time to answer, but we'd sure like to get him stopped right here, Coach.
Plenty of time. Going to get a stop here.
Run to the near side there.
That's a hold.
I was going to say, it seems like he had a big hole, but it was only because one of those linemen.
I'm an offensive lineman by trade. I'm an offensive lineman coach, and look, I'm not going to complain too often. But when you can see a jersey tug from up here in this high labyrinth that we're in, then I'm sure they can see it from down there. So they're watching the game more intently than most should be. Those are the kind of things that you can't miss. So, Tyson's a handful, and the only way that they're going to get that kind of block like that is if they are.
And when you have a special player like Tyson, I know as a referee, it's hard to do, but you got to watch and key on them because the tendency is for the other team to hold them, right?
Oh, Gio on a big play. Now, that's the progression we've been looking for with Gio. Gio shed the block, got back into his gap, made a tackle. That's, I know, Coach Winstead and Coach Click and
celebrating over here on that sideline.
They've been working for that progression with him.
Gio Ipalijon, one of
just a great play.
Eagleton Royal basketball players as well.
Now, if Coach West could just coach him up like that, you know? All jokes aside, I know that Coach West is excited about him being out here, hoping it'll make him more physical on the basketball court.
And I think we're starting to see that.
I can't imagine it'll hurt him.
All right, a little pump fake. Oh, but
so
had a little bit of running room, but not able to catch the ball before he went.
They tried to go with a little bit of screen and go there. We did a good job of covering it. The one thing that the officials might need to just keep an eye on there is that was potentially almost lineman downfield on that one.
Okay.
Lineman downfield. So if I'm the coach, I'm probably, hey official, can you make sure you keep an eye on that next time?
Yep. All right, well, here we are with a 3rd and long.
I'm watching buck sweep over here.
Oh, no, it's a little
swing pass. Nate
Can we
Clinton.
get him on the ground? And the
Kept him
host.
short.
Yep. All right, we would assume, Coach, we're again in 4-down territory, so we're going to need another one of those to go with it.
They can't. They don't have much of a kicking game. That was a very, very advantageous spot for the Royals.
I was going to say,
I
we're a long way away, but that looks pretty.
I think he might have been a couple yards further, but hey, I'm not going to complain.
Let's bring it up almost to 4th and 5. Right,
Blount
Coach?
County Referee Association. I hope you're not listening to this, and you don't phone that one down. But definitely makes it a little tougher for them. Big stop here, because if we can get a stop, that gives us 3 minutes. And Mr. Covey, if you could chime in on how many timeouts we have left.
Yeah, West Greene used one early on. They've got 2 timeouts. Eagleton still with all 3.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't think we had, so let's get a stop right here.
I'm looking in the flats over here, Ian. False start. Oh, they called a timeout. That could have been really big for the Royals, but it's okay. Coach Childs is going to get them coached up here. Just to mention, last week we had just got obviously we had a few technical difficulties, but I talked to Coach Childs, and they scored right at the end of the half. Oneida did.
That one hurt.
Big play call.
Yep.
It was really nice. Coach Childs told me, he said, "Coach Davis, listen, man, I told him right before we went out, you have the running back. You are responsible for the running back." And if you go back and watch the tape, he had him. But instead of running to the defender, he tried to watch the ball. Yep. And that's just being young, guys. That's, when you want to track down that ball, you got to get to the defender and then find the ball instead of trying to track. You're just not as fast.
And I know Coach Childs knows this, but it's something that we've experienced on the court as well. When you have a young team, the number of times you try and teach them something, key on something, and then there's that second level of thing that they just don't know yet, right? Because they've not been there, they don't know. And so some great experience. Hopefully we can put it to good use right here on this big 4th down play.
Again, you asked earlier, what are we saying in this huddle? I'm going to keep repeating it, but I'm telling them make sure we watch the football. Because
it would get them a 1st down, right?
Yep. And then I'm watching. Generally, running back's going to be on this side if they're sprinting out, but I'm still watching the flats over here. We got 3 over 3, so
it's going to be a buck sweep to the near side. No, they fake it.
Bad throw.
For a quick slant and not on the mark.
That's a great stop. Now, guys, here's what we need. We get the ball after the half. Some points here would be ideal. Go down, get a stop. Let's go over to Mr. Covey for one of our sponsors.
GT Shelley Enterprise has been around the Maryville area for a long time. If you need your grass cut, you need it looking pristine, you work long hours, have somebody else cut your grass for us. Call GT Shelley, 865-441-6999.
All right, Royals taking over here.
A little sprint out this way.
Moving this way. He's got somebody open. Navarre made the adjustment, but not quite able to hang on.
So one thing Nate could do a little better job of there, and I know Coach Brenton's been working on it, he's getting a little flat on his sprint out at times, and those are the ones that he misses.
Is it because of the movement that just makes that throw harder?
You want to be coming downhill, attacking to where you're throwing it. When you're, regardless of the way you're sprinting out, you want to be throwing at them, not across the body.
And that, I was going to say, that's a tricky throw across the body, right?
But if you're attacking to them and not, flat, then you got a better chance.
So,
trips over here, I'd be.
So I think making sure you're on the same page here so we can get this going is probably smart. 2:51 left on the clock.
And the two things that you're looking for here, you want to try to go score, but if you get into a situation where you're not, you don't want to leave them a bunch of time to have that opportunity because you have a lead. So spending a little bit of the clock seems like a wise choice here as well. I see what you're saying. Or making them burn their timeouts.
Okay.
If you don't get a lot here, you want to run the football and make them burn the timeout.
And do they have one left, Mr. Kobe?
Greene, 1 timeout. Eagleton still has 2, so they can stop the clock a couple of times as they move downfield here.
So if it's me, I'm going for some yardage here. If I don't get it, I'm probably going to run the football. And if I'm short, I'm letting that clock tick as much as I can, or I'm making them burn their timeout, because then you punt the football and they have to go score or get out of bounds and, without timeout. So
I see what you're saying, Coach. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that because we get a nice completion here on 2nd down. Oh, nope. Run that football here, a little unexpected, able to get most of the way to the 1st down. Right at the.
And we're back on the ball. That's okay.
Line.
If we get the 1st down here, now we move with urgency. If you get the 1st down here, then you move with a little urgency.
See.
Because you still have 2 timeouts. And all it takes is 1 play.
And we're still just under 2:30 left. All right, we got those 3 receivers in the near side. We're going to try and roll this direction, Coach. Nope, handing it back off with some room to run, able to get him more work.
Now you go NASCAR. Now you try to move it a little bit with a little more urgency.
Okay.
Because at worst, you want to try to get in field goal range. Gabe, probably looking at that 30 to 35 yard. Don't want to forget, that's a Mower Works 1st down. But we'd love to have a Broadway Barbershop touchdown. Sprint out to this side. Be careful there. Yep. I knew that was coming.
Well, just go forward and get out of bounds, right, Coach?
Yep. I knew that was coming. Ellsworth had him outside of his shoulder there with a little hold. Ellsworth's gotten better every week. He played a much better game last week, but when you're reaching there trying to get that seal on the outside, you cannot let that left hand drift to the outside of the shoulder pads. That they're going to call that one every time.
Well, the good news is we'll still be 1st down. The bad news is we're backing up 10 yards, right, Coach?
Yeah.
All right.
Still 1st down.
So, Coach Brenton still got the full playbook at his disposal here with just under 2 minutes left to play in the quarter.
Clock's rolling.
Dropping back to pass. Nice, solid play. We've got Willard open at midfield for a Mower Works 1st down.
We're going to get a clock stoppage with the 1st down. We're going to be able to get a good play call in here. 1:28. So the clock will start when they get the ball set. So still got 2 timeouts. That is weird that the clock was still rolling.
All right, going back to the well and able to push forward for about 4. Coach, we're not going to be able to do that too many more times just because we want to stop that clock. Are we going to see some throws out near the boundary, maybe to be able to get out of bounds?
And I think they're going to maybe be looking at another deep shot. They had that one so wide open. If they would have been just behind them a little more, that's a touchdown.
Well, Willard's out there to the high side of the field. He's open, looking for the bar on this side. Nope.
Ooh.
Linebacker able to step up and
So
thankfully.
I saw that one. They dropped into that window right about the time he released it, but he was open momentarily. Stops the clock, 41 seconds, 3rd down. Get the 1st down here. You still have timeouts. again, at worst, let's try to get in field goal range. But if you get a big one, you got a chance to go score.
But Coach, are we here in 4-down territory with just 41 seconds left? Or do
I
you
don't think so. I think I'm getting rid of I think I'm punting and not taking any chances, Coach. Not with a lead.
Clemmer's back to pass. Timing looks good. He's able to hang on near the boundary. Was that?
Nope. No, he got it. He got it.
Brought down by Franklin.
Fairmore works. First down.
And it's going to be an Eagleton timeout. Let's bring up one of our sponsors.
Just want to give a shout out to Mower Works. While they are our first down sponsor, they also employ some of our local students. So Mower Works has partnered with Heritage High School, with Eagleton, and has had 4 high school interns actually in their about a year and a half they've been in business. So thank you to Mark and Naomi that run the shop over there. If you've got a mower that needs some work, take it on over to the guys over at Mower Works. They're fantastic. They are right behind Blunt Memorial Hospital, there next to the ball fields. Call them at 865-213-2773. Thank you, Mower Works.
Well, and you know, Coach Davis, I know you and I both have great things to say about Mower Works over there, not only because of what they do with the high schools here in our community, but also first-hand experience from the work they've done for us. Just a fantastic job.
Yeah,
really glad that they're our sponsors.
And I mow some yards on the side, and I would not be doing that this year had it not been for Mower Works. So very pleased with my service there, and it's always a phone call away from me. They're great. So be looking for something on the sideline here, Ian. Gonna try to save some this last time out in case we need it. So I'd be looking for something getting out of bounds.
Had somebody in the middle get rid. Oh,
didn't need that.
Not what we wanted. Are we burning it right now? We are.
Coach Brandt not super happy.
And understandably so.
And I think it's because we had something. I didn't quite see it, but generally when you're the offensive coordinator and you are that unhappy, it's because there was something open. So
it was there. All right, they got a timeout and able to take it over. May head over to John Kobe here with another word from one of our sponsors.
We've got a lot of wonderful sponsors. Thank you to Kuntz Cram Course, GT Shelley, Mower Works, and Broadway Barbershop. Hopefully we'll be seeing this graphic here in just a minute. We've got about 24 seconds out on the clock. 2nd and 15 to go. Eagleton has burned its final timeout. Greene with 1 timeout left.
Now, what we do need, for those of you who are listening, anyone who might be interested, we are looking for a sack sponsor. We'd love to be able to say that is a Chapeline's sack. We hit up Chapeline's the last 2 weeks prior to the game. So those of you who know about Chapeline's, it is a big time deal over here in Eagleton.
You should now.
Make sure you check that out. And also a turnover sponsor. We'd love to have a turnover sponsor. So anyone that's interested, reach out, Scott.West, Randall.Davis, John.Covey. We'd love to help you out. John.Covey at Blunt K-12. Any of us, we'd love to take care of you.
All right, here, Coach, we're kind of throwing the downs out of the window right now. Just worried about that clock and that distance right now.
A little empty look.
Oh, no, they're able to get some penetration and giving up a second sack.
All right, just let that clock
I was
run.
going to say, I feel like we're just going to take that into the half. Or maybe not. Looks like we're trying to get one more playoff with about 10 seconds left on the clock.
Throw it deep.
Just try and get it good as a punt. Or are we just going to take it all the way and take it into the locker room? Probably
Yeah,
a wise choice.
Coach Branton is not happy, and I understand it. But that is it for the first half. We go into the half with Eagleton leading West Greene 7-6. We will be back after for the start of the second half.
In the meantime, I think we might head out to Las Vegas for maybe a word for Coach West. Welcome back here to the Crown. We have been watching some fireworks on the field here in the first half. Unfortunately, we've seen a few in the sky here for a little bit, hoping to avoid a bit of a rain or lightning delay. We do have some teams out on the field. Hopefully, we can get this thing started and wrapped up with a royal victory. I'm joined here by Coach Randall Davis. Coach, what are some things that we're looking forward to seeing here in the second half?
Well, I think we got to continue to be able to move the ball offensively. I mean, we did a really good job in the first half of doing that, but we've got to capitalize. I snuck down into the rack there during halftime, grabbed me a bottle of water, and the mood's great down there. Coaches are excited about what we're doing, but we've got to capitalize, right?
We got this lead here, won the first half. It's about making sure we're in that same position here. We're in the second half. So
yeah, the key is we are doing the right things. We are moving the ball, especially passing the football, but offensive line's got to continue to try to hold their blocks. We've got to be able to hit those gaps, and did a good job there late in the second quarter of hitting those, the inside zone, which we should be able to make some hay on.
But that last drive notwithstanding, we were able to take a few of those breaks and run with them, right?
Yeah, and so just got to continue to do that. Defense has held up really well. Just have to capitalize on that. Definitely seeing some lightning over there. Wonder if that's not a little heat lightning.
Hopefully that's what it is.
It looks like it to me, but we have had some rain here, so hopefully that's all that is. I know they've got an official thing down there that tells us whether that's actual lightning or not. So don't want to have another Scott County incident. I know Mr. Covey over there was a part of that. John, I know that was a scary situation.
Well, and we don't want that for all these folks out on the field, but we're not as worried up here in this amazing press box, though. This is something else. Excited to be up here with you guys and hopefully get this second half taken care of.
Ian, I did enjoy getting to walk down there, and just see what we got going on. Fans, students.
So many.
The one group that doesn't quite get to enjoy this as much is our administration. But they're doing a great job. Mr. Dallin, Mr. Evans, Dr. Prasad.
Absolutely.
Running around here, keeping our students, staff, and fans safe at all times.
Yep.
Mr. Coppinger and our game day staff here. So looks like we're ready to go here. Again, we get the ball here. Let's go capitalize.
Well, and we talked about that at the beginning of the broadcast, Coach. We were talking about taking that ball, but it's real nice right here to be able to start the second half off with a possession.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it does pay dividends when you have a lead and you get the ball in the second half. If you can go, take a drive, take some time off the clock and score, now your defense gets to go hold and have a chance to increase that lead. John Klaus working his butt off down there on the field for us, getting some good shots. We appreciate him.
A fantastic job and landing up here, putting up with us, running into him, and still managing a fantastic picture for you. Oh, a little onside kick.
And we did a great job of covering it again. I've said it a couple times. Coach Bruton doing a good job of
coaching them upright.
Yeah, making sure that we're ready for that, and that's going to give us great field position.
I was going to say that is a great place to start a drive. 45-yard line here, coming out with that familiar formation with three receivers to this side. They're getting the play call from Coach Branton.
Coach Branton a little fired up at the end of the half there.
Let's see if the boys will respond.
And you like a coach that fights for you. So let's see if we can respond here.
Switching the back in the backfield. Coming to the near side. Got Willard King with a little room to run. Able to get up to around the.
Going to be close there for a Mower Works first down.
Unfortunately, it looks like we've got a West Greene player down. Hopefully he's able to pop right back up. Seems to be walking it off.
That will be a Mower Works first down. That was a little bit of an awkward hit. Willard's gonna take a little play there, take a play off. Going to be replaced by Adam 5, number 9, who got a couple had a couple good catches in the first couple games. So not a bad replacement for us there.
Especially with Willard out right now, would you maybe expect them to take a shot over here on the near side to Navarre, or?
I think they're going to try to run the ball here. I know Coach Ridge was coaching them up there during halftime. the box tells us we should be able to run the football. We just have to want to run it.
And on that touchdown drive, Coach, that's what got us home, right? Oh,
And
look
on
at the near
cue.
side. Yep, right on cue for a short gain out to the 41-yard line.
Coach Britton, you sure you're not a football coach?
I'm pretty sure I'm not a football coach, Coach.
No, you got to take what they're giving you. They're going to continue to play that off coverage. Then take what they give you. Eventually, their adjustment's going to be to tighten up and loosen that box up. Which, again, they're in a 6-man box. I think they've got to try to run the ball.
Hard count there, and right on cue again. Clever with keeper, able to break a tackle all the way down to the 29-yard line for a Mower Works first down.
And that's what we did well against Oneida is we ran the ball with the quarterback, and that's just another layer of when they have a 6-man box, you've got 5 linemen, a running back, and a quarterback. Now you outnumber them.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 7 to try to block their 6.
Now, is Nate just doing a better job of making that read and keeping it on that one? Or?
That one looked to be a design play. Didn't look to me to be a read, but it could have been, and that's okay if it was. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Willie King back in there on the far side in that slot position, but he's looking to the near side. Nobody's open, but Clemmer able again to sneak out and slide for a nice solid gain.
And there, he did a great job. Again, another thing he did great last week of seeing his first couple reads, he didn't feel were open. He got out, and biggest thing he did was he got down and didn't take a hit.
Yep. Well, and credit to the offensive line, whereas on those first couple of drives, he was having hands near his feet for the first 2 steps. He's able to kind of evade, and they gave him that extra second to go and make a positive play.
Yeah, short of the drive there at the very end of the half, they have protected well.
Nice handout to this side. They're able to get the edge, and I think he's going to make it all the way to pay dirt.
And that right there is going to be our Broadway barbershop. Touchdown Royals!
On the carry.
Come on the carry for your Broadway Barbershop Eagleton touchdown!
Ian, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's the progression, guys. Just, John, you were at game 1. You were there at Telco. The growth that this team has made.
Unbelievable.
You'd love to be able to turn around and go play Telco and Scott again. You really would, and we knew, guys, that this is a young team.
Nice, and again able to fire it home for a now 14-6 lead.
But John, you were there, you were on the call. Tell us what a difference you've seen.
So, Coach West and I, we talked about it. We have seen progression each game. Each game we've gotten better. Those first games had some issues of holding the edge, had some issues establishing the run ourselves, and there we go
Set
running
the edge
into the touchdown.
and right at him.
And honestly, I think it's getting the clicks on the outside for defense, and on offense, I don't know what they've done for blocking, but it is night and day. So
Able to
great
set
job.
that edge and get to that second layer. And a guy as fast as Coach, you're not going to be able to bring him down in the open field.
And the other thing that I want to give the biggest credit to from Telco to now is the non-stupid plays is the easiest way I can say it.
Yep.
We're not pushing after the play. We're not making boneheaded decisions. We're not shooting ourselves in the foot. We're playing smart football. Now, look, guys, there's a lot of football left to play here.
But
that is what you need to do. You come out after the half, you get the ball, and you go score. Now you've made it an 8-point game. Let's go see if we can get a stop on defense.
I was going to say, Coach, we need another solid kick by Steinbeck. He's been superb. Let's see if we can pin him back deep and get a stop here.
Into no man's land.
That worked good. The first time I was able to pass him by all the way back to the 20-yard line. Can we get him down? Yes, we can. He's just going backwards. I guess they'll rule his forward progress at the 19. No, 14.
My favorite person has showed up, Lady Mo. Lady Mo Minimus here. She's shown up, and let's see if it pushes over to defense here. Coach Childs, great game plan coming in here on defense. Let's see if it continues. Coach Branton, I know he was not happy at the end of the first half. I walked to the rack. He still wasn't super happy. But I know that drive there had to make him feel better. And look, that's a passionate coach. That's a guy that wants his team to execute the way they've practiced all week. Now, let's see if we can do it on the defensive side of the football.
Got 2 receivers here to this near side with the two backs in the backfield. handoff with really nothing doing, able to get off that first block and get him down there. Was that Caleb Click?
That's big brother Click there, Caleb with the tackle. Again, it's hard to stop those two guys on the outside. Short of a misassignment or a penalty that might not get called, those guys are going to make a lot of plays on the outside.
Another handoff right there. He's able to sneak inside for a little bit of a gain, but they're still short of the first down, bringing up a 3rd and 3. Coach, this is another one of those big downs. You talked about Lady Mo. I think General Nealon told us we need to put on some more steam right now.
That's right. One of the maxims, baby. I know Coach West, a big Tennessee football fan, so he'll appreciate that. That's a false start.
Indeed. A little movement in the background, back them up. Bringing on now a 3rd and 8.
That certainly makes it tougher for a team that and they've thrown the ball relatively well. It's been probably their most successful thing, but it's not something they want to do. And if you get a team doing something they don't want to do, mistakes happen. And so with the momentum on our side, we get a little pressure on the quarterback here. You never know what can happen.
Well, that's important, trying to get him down quick. Running some new personnel in there.
Looks like, Coach, we're going to be going to a little bit of a nickel package.
I was going to say, bringing an extra defensive back.
Still going to be a little bit of an under front.
Yeah. And he's looking at the outside. Oh, that's tough on that slant there, Coach. That was well executed.
And there's not another defensive back on the roster that I'd like to have over there besides Navarre. But just had inside leverage.
I was going to say,
with a single receiver, a slant, it's a go-to. Just got out leverage there, but that's okay.
That's a solid play call, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got the field, the quarterback that's comfortable with that throw. Just got to go, recover here and make some plays. Little two-back set.
2 receivers to that far side. Handoff quick, trying to get the edge. Some great blocking, but really they were able to take him down.
Yeah, their lead back there, he is blocking well. He's running through that hole and he's pushing. He's not taking it easy.
But it seems like our tackles are able to kind of move that direction and still slow him down.
They're getting on our backers, but our defensive line's playing a great game so far.
That'll make Coach Winstead happy.
Yeah, Nate Clemmer in on that tackle and Adam Fife with a nice stop.
Second level coming up to make the stop.
Nate Clemmer, one of our best players. The thing a lot of people don't know about him, he's obviously our quarterback, but he's also one of the best defensive players we have. Started as a freshman at safety over at William Blount, so really good defensive back safety for us. Absolutely great tackler and doesn't mind to jump down in there and make a play. Going to be 3rd and short here. Got to be looking for that run. Got to get some penetration here.
And I almost like our chances better here than on that shorter pass play, right? We kind of have an idea of what they're going to do. We got the big boys, Eppley Jean back up there on the line. Can we get a stop right here? No, they go to the same slant play. He's able to come on the ground, get a blue hat. Looks like the Royals have recovered.
They definitely West Greene's coach is calling for a incomplete, but they took a step. I definitely think he took a couple steps and had it knocked out. So, again,
there aren't a lot of plays we'll hope for a completion for the other team, but that's one right there.
And guys, we've talked about it. My friend's still here, Lady Mo. I'm going to talk about her until she goes away. So, we've got the ball here on the 38-yard line. So, nice little 62-yard touchdown here wouldn't be bad.
We'll take it.
See if we can run the football here again.
Eric Fox hadn't been involved too much yet this game. Seems like a great time to be able to get him involved for a deep shot. Clemmer able to fight back to the line of scrimmage there. Not much going on the 2 routes on this side.
Yeah, I got to do a better job backside on the offensive line of not letting that penetration come. I was a little worried about Nate taking a big shot there. Not a big loss. It's okay. 2nd and 10.5, 11.
He's got those quick feet, so he's able to evade. But you're right, Coach. It's not something we want to happen a whole lot.
So now behind the sticks a little bit. Got to be looking to get some of that back. Maybe be looking for a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 on this next play. Going back to the well. RPO.
Oh, nice.
And one thing Colton Relation does a great job of, Coach, he catches that ball and he gets north and south.
tackle for your Little River Excavating
Well,
first down.
Coach, I spoke a little too soon about the boneheaded plays.
Unfortunately,
If it's me, Eric Fox doesn't play the rest of the game, Coach. And I don't want to be critical of players and of coaches, and I'm not going to be. But that's multiple times this year that Eric has made a boneheaded play.
and we like the passion. Unfortunately, it just
But to me, that's not passion, Coach. That's just getting the emotions getting the better of you in the wrong way. We've all played sports. A lot of times, guys, that's what they're looking for. They're looking to get under your skin and make you make a mistake.
well, and so many times it's not the one who does it first, but it's the guy who retaliates, right? You can't let them set you up.
You just don't. We were lucky that they were offsetting there from what happened on the field.
Yep.
We're not going to be stepped off on our own there, but sometimes they're going to get up and push you, Coach.
Yep.
You just sometimes it's okay to walk away.
Yep.
We've got 3 teachers in this booth right now, and we have that conversation with kids all the time.
All the time.
Sometimes somebody's going to say something to you, and it's
not
best
gonna
to
let
just walk away.
Their behavior dictate ours.
But 1st and 10.
Say we still got a fresh set of downs. Hopefully, can make something happen here. Maybe to
Got a
Navarro on
pressure
that
coming off
near
the-
side. No,
A little bit of a busted play. A little bit of a
Okay.
busted play.
Number on the key.
Not sure what happened there. It looked like they were trying to read something, but we didn't block something on the backside there. But again, 2nd and 10. Just got to try to get half of that. Try to get half of that, so we're not trying to press.
And where we're positioned, maybe we'd look to have an extra down here if we were close. We'll see.
I'm looking maybe at that RPO again.
Nate back to pass, able to evade the first rusher. He's got some room. That's not good. We've got a flag near the line of scrimmage. That usually can only mean
Run down by
holding.
keeper. Holding on the offense.
All right, looks like the Royals will be backed up another 10 yards there from the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 2nd and 20 here, Coach. It's not something we ever like to say when we're on offense. But
Definitely makes the playbook a little smaller.
it does. Coach Brandon, I'm sure he's got several plays just for this scenario.
Well, again, you're trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. If you
trying
can
to
do
get all in
that,
one play.
you're not. You might be looking at a screen here. Honestly, you might be looking at a run play. They've went back to that 3-2 box. Nope, I'm sorry, back to a 4-2 box.
Say, he's got some receivers open. He kind of double clutched it, but I think he was able to.
Yeah, he's got a better angle than we do.
I was going to say,
but
might have short hopped it to him.
Yep.
It's 3rd down.
It's okay. We're at that point of the field. You try to get some here. If you get lucky and get one, that's good. If not, you punt and you play defense.
And it looks like Coach Childs there didn't have too much fight to put in it. So.
And what you don't do here is you don't force it. You don't force it and make a mistake. You might even run the football here, Coach. Or you run a screen. I like it.
But let's see if Navarro can make somebody miss like he did last time. Even so, get you over midfield. Hopefully we can pin him back deep in West Greene
We've
territory.
done a great job of covering on our special teams. Gabe has done a great job of having hang time on his punts. So you get down and you cover here.
Could use another one of those right now.
And go play defense.
All right.
So we're going to look at the punt here, and after the punt, we're going to go to John Covey for a sponsor
Coming
checkout.
off the punt. Franklin to receive.
A low driving kick, but I think it's going to pop. Oh, no, he's not able to field it cleanly. Hopefully we can get him down. He's evading the first
Blocking the
rush,
back.
but we're pushing him sideways.
Thought there was a block in the back there, but still great coverage by Coach Bruton's special
They
teams
want to
unit
run
there.
east-west, we'll let them do that.
Yeah, the biggest thing we've seen over the last couple weeks, guys, is we match these guys athletically. This isn't a team that's just going to run around us, and that showed there. They ran east and west thinking maybe they could get an edge on us, and we did a good job. Mr. Covey, hit us with a sponsor real quick.
If you find yourself making mistakes, possibly just missing something, get yourself that cram course. See Kuntz, 865-387-0815. Get that ACT score up, make a few less mistakes, and maybe get a couple extra points in the process.
All right, here the Buffaloes take over deep in their own territory. Looks like a keeper to the outside. Just one more blocker than we had tackler right there, Coach. Right?
Now that's one thing that if I'm Coach Childs and Coach Bruton, I'm watching a little bit closely is they've had a couple quarterback runs that have had some success, and that might be something that they're keeping kind of right there in the back of the playbook that they're going to try to use here later in the game. Okay. Offensive play callers do that, so defenses don't have quite a chance
to. Now would that be the linebacker's responsibility to keep an eye on there, and
and just keeping your keys and
got a little too wide, able to open up a hole there. Thankfully, we were able to bring him down here right around the 31-yard line.
Did a good job of blocking there, blocking the defensive lineman. But, yeah, the biggest thing is keeping your keys, and you just get an extra blocker when you run the quarterback, like we're doing with Nate. But the biggest thing they're probably trying to do is it doesn't give our defensive coaches a chance to adjust, and say, they can do it on the sideline, but they didn't have a half to say, hey, they're running that quarterback, here's what we want to do. So
keeping a few things in their back pocket. Now they're running this way. Host of Royals there, able to bring them down for just a short gain.
Just gotta try to keep them from falling forward.
I was going to say, he falls forward and able to get 2 extra yards there.
Big strong kid getting pushed by the lineman. We got to push back the other way, keep that cat from falling forward. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6.
But Coach. On that first down play, I think what struck me was last 2 games, that might have been a big gainer with that size hole. But the linebackers in the secondary able to come over, rally to the ball, get him down, and limit the damage.
Defensive line squeezing better. They're getting blocked, but squeezing down and doing a better job there.
All right, we got that. I haven't seen one of those buck sweeps in a while, but this isn't quite that. But getting that going east and west, but he's able to put his foot in the ground and get past our.
Yeah, that was a little in the round top play, a little misdirection with that wing back that they haven't used in that scenario yet. Again, something they're keeping in the back of the playbook, ready to use because they're trying to pull out all the stops. They're down by 8.
Well, and Coach, that's something we expect to see a little bit more of. We haven't, to be a wing T team, I haven't seen quite as much misdirection as I expected.
Yeah, and the one thing I know about Coach Childs is it is something he has seen. If they've done it, he's seen it. He is a film junkie. He's watched it all and seen it all. So I know he has seen it if they've done it, but
quarterback run, able to fall forward for a gain, stop him, but still he's able to get 3 yards there on the first down.
So just got to keep pressing, keep reading their keys. That's defense for you. They can throw what they want at you, but if you read your keys, do what you're coached to do, you should be there to make the plays.
Well, and another thing, the defense is just doing a real good job of making them eke out the 3 and 4 yard gains and string them together because we know, like you said, being flawless for several plays in a row is difficult. Hopefully we can get a little break to go our way right here. Nice, solid fight off a block. Able to get a hand on him. He surges forward, but still bringing up a third, about 4.
Yeah, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's the wing T for you. And got Charlie Johnson 7 in. Get a little more meat in there for you. And, big third down here for the Buffaloes. We talked about it a little on the broadcast yesterday. I still just don't like these Greene County teams not being green. They're blue and gold, but whatever. And they also have an E in the Buffaloes.
But there's 4 of them, so they can't all have the same colors.
So third and about 4 here. Big play for the Royals.
Able to get a hand on him, but not quite bring him down. I think the Buffaloes were able to get just enough for a
and saw that the defensive lineman's kind of squeezed down, and he just tucked in behind and followed. So he had the option to hand it. I played in an offense that ran the midline. Boring, but effective.
Oh, we're getting that surge off the corner. This time the guard able to kind of fight off and make a play there. Was that Eagleton?
Yeah, one thing we've noticed this game is when Gio makes a play, he is there to make the play. It is not an assist tackle. He's throwing that guy off and he is making a play. When that progression happens with him, he's going to be hard to block. So at the end of the quarter, it's your Royals 14, the Buffaloes 6. Over to John Covey for some sponsor reads.
Just a quick reminder, we do have some open sponsor slots. We are looking for a Eagleton interception sponsor, an Eagleton field goal sponsor, and an Eagleton sack sponsor. If you're interested, email scott.west at bluntk12.org. Thank you to all of our sponsors, GT Shelley Enterprises, Kuntz Cram Course, Mower Works, and Broadway Barbershop.
Whatever you do, do not email Ian Britton. He will not respond.
Wow. No, I'm going to hop in on this.
I feel betrayed there, Coach Davis.
Not only can you not email Coach Britton, but don't text him, don't call him. You're not getting a hold of him. Maybe just find him in person.
Here, guys. I'm sorry.
Facebook? What is that?
Twitter? I don't know. I will tell you that.
Coach, I think it's time for an intervention. So if this isn't getting it across, I don't know what's going to.
I feel like I've turned over a new leaf here, guys. I really do. All right. Well, all shade aside, we are glad that we've got Broadway Barbershop on for our sponsors this on board this year.
Yeah, second about 7. Looks like the Buffaloes are staying in that shotgun wing T look. Going to be that little
there. Oh, he's met in the backfield but not able to hang on.
Got to wrap up there. Got to stay with them.
Who was that got penetration there, Coach?
I couldn't tell. It looked like that was maybe Caleb. Caleb there. Just got to wrap up. Still, you're going to take a 3rd and 4, 4.5. You'll take that. Just got to. Now you're kind of in that land of, are they going to throw it? Are they going to pass it? They've not been getting big 5 and 6 yard runs, so I think you got to be kind of looking for either of those. But if they do throw it, it'd be nice to get some penetration from our defensive line.
Yep. Well, this is the down to do it. Got a tight end to the far side. They're rolling that direction. Are they going to be looking for him? Yes, they are. We're able to step in front. We're the huge
Joseph Jones on the deflect.
AJ coming through.
Love to see that. That's a great play by him. Great penetration by Tyson. Tyson really blew up their lead blocker there and put some pressure on. Going to be interesting to see what West Greene does. Looks like they're going.
Well, another opportunity for us to make a stop and get the ball with good field position.
Let's see if you remember what I'm telling them right here, Coach. What am I telling them?
Watch the ball.
Watch the football. Watch the football. I'm going to just take a shot in the dark and say Coach Winstead yelled it about 10 times. So
I think you might I'd take the over on that, Coach. Oh, was that? I felt like the receiver moved early. Another slant on the outside. Seems like they go to that well every time when it's a tough down, right, Coach?
So one thing I know we do defensively is we've got some split coverage. I think in those 3rd and 4th and 4 and 5s right there, I think I'm going to go man on the backside and take away that inside leverage. I'm going to live with them trying to go deep and let our guys recover.
Well, and make them make that amazing play, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let them try to throw one on 4th and 5, 15, 20 yards down the field and live with that. Yep. We can't keep giving that up, though.
Quick snap here. We're able to get there.
That's a hold.
Able to bring them down.
That is I don't want to be critical, guys, but that's a hold. They tackled Hayden Richardson, and you can't do that on offense if you don't know. You can't tackle. So
I don't think that's in the rule book.
Yeah, so I heard Coach Valentine over in the box beside us. She yelled the same thing. So it's okay. We're going to be all right. 2nd and short here. Let's get a negative play here.
Indeed.
Staying in that little 2-back set.
And
little 21 personnel here, sorry.
This time they're going to the other back, going the other way. We're able to bring him down just
short.
of the first down.
Brought down by a host of Royals.
Almost feel like we're still in 4-down territory for sure. So, again, it'd be real nice if we could get a negative play here, get some penetration in that backfield, and bring one of these guys down early.
Yeah, it's going to take some. I do think that they're getting enough momentum and push that it's going to take a spike through. It's going to take some kind of immediate penetration and a tackle in the backfield because they're simply just going to lead with that number 44 and hand it off to number 20 here. I'm quite confident. Kept it with the quarterback. He got the first down.
So he's able to fall forward and get that first down.
So that's their game right now, guys. They're leading with 44 and handing it to 20, or they're running midline and keeping it with the quarterback.
Well, Coach, here in the fourth quarter, we're under 10 minutes, and you got to think this is part of their strategy to eat as much clock here, even though they were behind, hoping to score on this down. All the more reason for us to get a stop.
Yeah, and the advantage that we have, one thing that we shifted last week is we don't have too many of our big boys playing out there right now. So we've got some fresh guys over here. So nice little
a great job forcing them outside, bringing them down for if it's a gain, it's a very small one.
Tyson did a really good job of blowing up that lead block to allow our guys to bounce it out and make a tackle.
So many things for you.
And he can play both ways all game. He's going to get a little winded, him and Caleb, but they don't want to come off the field. So
gamers, both of them.
Now West Greene's not been in this situation very much. 2nd and 9. If we can get another short gain, then we got to be looking for that slant.
Yep.
We got to be looking for that slant. Interested to see if we might change our coverage and be looking for something a little tighter on that slant. Might be looking for that slant here.
I was saying number 2's out wide. Yes, they are.
They were looking to go score right there.
And might have had a chance if it would have been a pass.
When you see that really wide split to a single receiver like that, that's a really, it's not a bad play call, especially when it's worked.
All right, is that Steinbach out here
it is.
On the single coverage?
Gabe playing out here at corner, Navarre up
so
top.
Many things.
Just don't play a lot of offense, and he's a good athlete, but it's a good thing at this level when you don't have guys playing every snap both ways.
We got 2 out to this side of the field.
First time they've been in really
I was going to say
they're in 11 personnel here, so got a tight end.
Rolling this way.
Timeout by West Greene, and we'll take it with them to look at one of our sponsors.
Broadway Barbershop, not just our touchdown sponsor, but also a wonderful sponsor all the way around. If you want to go to Broadway Barbershop, they're open from 7 to 5 every day. You can find them at 1006 West Broadway Avenue, down over you go downtown, you'll find our guys at Broadway Barbershop. Get yourself a fresh do. We've got a couple of coaches in here that look like it might be about time for a shave. Davis, I'm not looking at you, but it might be time for a little bit of a cut, sir.
It would take a lot of shaving for him to clean this up.
So much shade being thrown in the booth this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
It's shades of love, buddy.
They don't call me Fat Thor for a reason, so it's all right. But I'll come by and see you one day, Johnny, let you trim the beard up. Appreciate you jumping on board. Definitely got to get a stop here. 3rd and 9. Limits their playbook. They're not a team that likes to be in this situation. They're going to probably be sprinting out. To me, you got to back to this side. I've got to imagine they're sprinting this way.
Are you looking for that middle receiver here on this side? I got to think you are. It's a little bit of a double move, and they are looking for him in the corner, but overthrown. Coach, I feel like I'm making a few of these calls. Maybe I should become an offensive coordinator.
I did say they were sprinting this way, but it comes back to when a team's it's not their DNA. That's what happens. Sure, it was a good call. It was there, but when that's not what you want to do, it's hard to execute. So, big play here. We've got 8 minutes on the clock. Getting a stop here.
This is one of those 5 or 6 plays in a game that can really turn things around. So let's see.
So I'm watching up top. They're going to be throwing a slant if I'm them. He actually just gave them a signal, so they're going to probably to number 1.
Coming back
on the
this
backside.
way. He's got somebody open and able to get inside the pylon for
And that's just a good football play right there.
was.
They made a good throw,
Well
scored.
schemed, yep.
West Greene touchdown.
And you said it, Coach. That's, there's 5 or 6 plays in the game that make a big deal, and this is going to be one of them. It's 14-12 now. They're going to be going for 2. I'm going to imagine they're going to be back in that power I. I'm not sure they need to be. They've been getting 3 yards quite often. I imagine we're tightening it up here.
And this one's a really big stop if they can get him here and preserve this lead.
They move the ball to the left hash, so I've got to imagine they've got something drawn up here. They are in that power I.
Do you think they're going straight up the middle or trying to
They might run a sweep here.
go into that far side? Oh, they got somebody out, but unable to complete.
He dropped it.
Big stop by the Royals. All right, well, so you preserve the lead here, just under 8 minutes to play. That's huge, Coach.
Nothing changes here, guys. Now you got to go score. They just proved that they can drive down, take time off the clock, and score. So you can't put it in their hands. You've got to take the ball here like we did at the beginning of the half, and we've got to go try to score the football. So gonna see what we can do here. Again, they tried an onside kick at the beginning of the half. They don't kick the ball well. We've got to be ready for all possibilities here, and. So, got to be ready for all things here. I know Coach Bruton's got them coached up, and going to be ready for that.
21, William Blunt, 21.
Well, we got several of our receivers here on the front line, almost on cue, hoping to secure
Definitely
anything if it's
put a hands team out there.
and nobody deep, right? We've moved everybody up within the 30 yards, not expecting anything.
I think they proved they don't have a big leg where they can drill it. So you're ready for Willard to go get the ball wherever it may go, and you're ready for these cats up front to get on it. So let's see what happens here.
Willard's able to field it cleanly, and unfortunately not able to get past the first wave.
It's okay. That's what we were looking for.
Still.
Secure the ball first. Now let's go play offense.
All right,
First down at the
Another-
31-yard line.
important drive here for our Royals.
Now, like I said just a little bit ago, you got 2 of the 5 offensive linemen who've been playing a bunch, Tyson and Caleb. The other guys are fresh. Navarre's been out there. Willard's been out there. Nate kind of bouncing in and out, but you should be relatively fresh here. You got to play your game and try to move the ball down the field right here.
Well, and I'd love to see a good timing right here to this near side, get a solid pass play here on first down. Nope. He's going with a handoff to the opposite side and kind of stood up there right at the line of scrimmage.
There it is.
Looks
That's
like we've got a flag
Liam. Someone get Liam. Good job. That's going to be a 15-yarder on number 2 for West Greene.
And really bailing us out with a kind of a negative play there on first down, able to get 15 yards and a new set.
Yep. Again,
Self-control.
What I love to see there, guys, is Willard King coming over,
Rallying to his
and
teammates.
getting his teammate and telling him, you need to back up, come over here and calm, cool, and collect that head down a little bit.
That's good.
Because that's the opportunity for you to make a mistake. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against West Greene. So big turn of events there for us after a no-game play.
Well, hopefully that momentum's turning back our direction and we can ride it all the way down to the
And I've got
end zone.
to imagine West Greene's coach is not real happy with number 2. He has been taken out of the game, so he probably got the same talking to that Eric Fox did. So
There's a little more costly just because of the self-control from the boys in blue.
staying in that trips look, JJ replaces Liam, who came over, got his shoulder pads fixed up, and probably just a minute to calm the head down a little bit.
Yep. Fake
Great block by Lane Cope there.
Ooh, is he able to sneak outside? He is, and cuts it back to the other way. He's got some room to run.
Nate Clemmer
Stays on top. Is he able to get all the way? He cuts back one more time inside the 15-yard line for a big Moorworks first down.
Big run by Nate Clemmer. That's a big run. We've got a player down for West Greene. He was down early in that play. Obviously, we want to make sure he's okay. Well wishes to him. He did go down early in that play. So Miss Leela's out there to make sure that he's down. West Greene's coach is not happy with someone. So
we'll take a moment here to break and hear from one of our sponsors.
It's officially high school football season. You're in Tennessee. It's hot. It's rainy. That means the grass is growing, and that means that you need time to come watch some football. Call GT Shelley Enterprises. He'll get your grass cut. One less thing that you have to do. 865-441-6999. GT, been with us for a long time. He's a great guy. If you've got some yard work you need, maybe some leaf season coming up, give our guy over at GT Shelley Enterprises a call.
And Mr. John, I think we all know with fall here in East Tennessee, that's one thing that you don't think about all the time, but can really save your weekend, not having to take care of all those things. I know he'd love to help you out.
Save your weekend for watching the Vols beat the Wildcats.
Indeed.
On that fateful night in October.
Sorry, Coach West. It's inevitable.
I am not sorry.
All right. Thankfully, that player from West Greene is able to walk off the field under his own power. Hopefully, he's able to get to field better here real quick.
Big play by Nate Clemmer there.
Indeed.
Started with a really big block by Lane Cope. Had an outside linebacker come at the snap. He got a big block.
And give him just enough space.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nate made an off-schedule play back across the field. Big run there.
1st and 10 set, the 15-yard line. Roll in this direction. He's got is that JJ out in the flat?
Colton Relation. Nice little completion there on a flood route. Had a flood route, little flat 10-yard out in a vertical, and he hit the flat route.
Well, is that the markers on 4th down, Coach?
No, that's just a
mistake.
Up. Yeah, it's second down.
I was going to say a great play here on 1st down, able to set up a second and real short. Do you think we'd take a shot at the end zone here, Coach?
No, I think they put Jeremiah in. I'd be looking for what we scored on.
Yep.
I don't like the numbers to this side though. Just me.
So run it to the far side. Nope, running to the short side of the field, able to get past the initial one, but forced out of the bounds there around the 5-yard line. Was he able to get the first down, Coach?
Very, very close.
Johnson on the tackle.
Looks to be third and
half
a yard, right?
Didn't get much on that one.
I think you're right. He just kind of ran out of space running to that short side of the field.
Well, and not great blocks interior, but we did have a little bit outside, and then Lane just tried to make a play, did a good job of not losing anything.
Came real close to first down.
I'd be looking at just trying to get that first here.
Yep. Get some good push from our lineman up front, and we go back to that same run, but unfortunately they pull him back in the backfield for a loss around the 10-yard line. We go to Steinbach here and see if we can get 3 on the board, Coach.
I don't think it helps you a whole lot. They can't kick a field goal, so they've got to score. I think you've got to try to get the first down.
Right play call.
And if not, you play defense. It's an aggressive call. I think you run the clock down here, you take a timeout, and you make a decision.
Well, and
you're going to be able to get down close to about, 5:10 on the clock here. You take a timeout.
Well, we know Coach Brandon, Coach Childs relentlessly game plan. They've got something special up their sleeve for a moment like this. Take this timeout, get the boys in the right spots, and hopefully take a shot here for the end zone. Yeah,
to me, and honestly, I don't even know that you have to get to the end zone, but what I do think that you're looking at is you're probably going to go trips to the field. and maybe you don't, but
You look for a screen out there to Navarre? Or
I think you're going to try to get something to the wide side of the field.
Okay.
I don't think it would hurt to sprint Nate out to the field, because now you've got 3 receivers there. You can run some concept that you like up there, whatever that may be, but also you've let Nate sprint out, and he has the ability with his legs to go get the first
not
down
there,
or the
go get it on his
touchdown.
own.
Because look, we
Just like he
need
did on that last play, right?
we need 6 yards. We don't need a touchdown. If you get 6, then you got 4 cracks at it.
Well, and I think you're right. If you're able to go and stretch that long side of the field, put your foot in the ground. If it's there, make a cut. Otherwise, just force them to cover us all and hopefully get past them.
Because if you don't get it here, they're probably going to have to go score a touchdown based on what I'm seeing with their kicking game. And if you kick a field goal here, they're going to have to go score a touchdown anyway. So I like the call. It does look like they're going trips, and I do believe that based on where Lane is lining up, they are going to sprint to it. So be interested to see what they do here with their concept.
Big moments, Coach. We can use this for leverage.
Bringing pressure up the middle.
Oh, nice slam of our own. Was he able to hang on?
Nope.
They say no. I like that play call, Coach. Unfortunately, just not enough on the pass.
Just a little low.
A little short.
Just a little low. But, hey, Coach, I like the aggressiveness. I do like the play call. Had a little pressure up the middle, which takes that eye line,
Made that
side a little.
Should have been, yep.
But you got to go play defense here. Coach, it took them quite a long time to get down the field.
Of the beginning of that fourth quarter, right?
And what you've got to do here is you've got to rely on number 55, number 52, number 12, and number 7. Those are your 4 guys. You got to rely on them to buckle up and get you a stop.
And I see here Gio Ipelijon is here on the inside. Is he that? Oh, no, he's outside it. Ooh. Oh, thankfully able to hang on there, bring him down in the open field. The Buffalo's able to get it out to the
We have got to adjust to that right now. I don't know. I don't care what it is. If we have to take a timeout to adjust to it, we've got to stop giving up inside leverage. If we have to put a safety in the hole over there, we got to do something, because they can do that all the way down if that's what we're going to continue to do.
Looks like JJ's got a little bit of a
and that's look. I'm not saying anything that Coach Childs, Coach Brute, and Coach Valentine. These guys know that, but we can't let that be the thing that beats us. Now they're going to look at it probably over here, or they're going to run the football and burn a little more time off the clock. End around again.
Coming this way with some green grass. Are we able to get them out?
They held again.
Does the clock run on that one, Coach? Because
it's running.
Yes, sir.
They did hold again, and that's twice that they've held on Hayden Richardson. We've got to be watching for that, but clock does run.
Long 3.
All right. 2nd and 3 here, Coach.
So we have went Colton Relation at quarterback. That's a first appearance for him.
I think, like I was saying.
And I wonder if we're not going to be putting him inside leverage a little bit and
hand off there right to him. I think he's able to take the ball. A nice strip.
And that is what we needed. Big turnover by the Royals defense right there.
Fresh in the game.
Big turnover.
Big play.
I think I might have just squeezed Coach Britton's bicep off. A little excited up here in the booth. That's the turnover we needed. Mr. Covey, how many timeouts? We got 2 timeouts left for West Greene over there.
2 each, Coach.
All right, perfect. I appreciate it.
Hopefully we're not going to need ours, because we're going to do a fantastic job here and make them waste there.
I think what we got to do here is go score and make it a 2-score game.
All right. I'm not going to argue with that.
We get 7 here. It's a 9-point game, and I'm going to say that.
Were we able to get back to it?
We got it back. Woo! Coach Branton not happy there. I think he wanted Nate to keep that one, because I think there was running room out of the backside there. Again, sometimes you need the breaks to go your way. And we've had 2 here. One on defense and one on offense. We're at 3:27. We got to keep the clock running here and keep the ball here.
Well, I've got these play clocks in the end zone, Coach. So we got a first-hand view, they're going to let it roll all the way down to 0, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so, and I don't think you want to try to get any incompletions here. I think you just try to keep the ball in Nate Clemmer's hand or Lane Cope's hand.
Oh, able to sneak outside, extend the play. They push him up, able to get back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
There's a timeout there by West Greene.
And that makes sense. They've got one more left after this. But, Coach, with 2:56 left, it took them the better part of 6 minutes to get down the field last time. We got to feel pretty good about being able to run this clock down.
And the question becomes, it's 3rd and 11. You run the football again and make them use a timeout. And if they don't, you take as much time off the clock as you can.
Well, and then the back-breaking play for them, if they're trying to make that drive, is not getting out of bounds.
But then I think what you've tried to figure out is this is a weird spot to punt from, because if
tricky.
you punt it into the end zone, it's a plus, it's only plus 20ish, right? But man, if you can punt one up and get a guy down there and catch it and pin them deep, with a team that, short of that slant, isn't going to chuck the ball down the field with no timeouts.
Is it almost good to chuck it down there and see, and who knows, maybe even an inexperienced defensive back catches it for the interception, and it's almost as good as a punt, right?
Yeah, you could try that, but sure, they're telling them don't pick it, and you go run under one. So not a bad idea there, but you also don't want to give them
room to go. He looks.
It's close. Even if you're going under center and you're sneaking it here regardless.
4th down and short.
Fourth down.
Go
and
under center
short.
and sneak it. You got to go for it here.
Well, maybe we are going to see one of our timeouts. We got 2 to go. I think that's a
They're gonna measure it.
measure. Good. Again, even with that spot, which I think is
That's close.
that good.
So if you look at the marker over there, it looks like it is on the 32-yard line.
And I think the nose of that ball, if it's not there, it is inches away.
If it's not, you are going to put Lane Cope in the backfield, Nate under center, and you're going to push. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. They still have to go 68 yards in 2 minutes and 27 seconds. And if they don't use their timeout after this, because the clock will start once they reset it.
The Buffalo's doing a huddle right in the way of the chain gang here. A little delay.
We got it.
Hold on.
Waiting for the
he
signal.
hasn't pulled it yet. Short.
I think that's 2 links in the chain, Coach.
I know Coach Childs very well, guys. He's going to go for it here.
Well, let's
and especially at this point, and you're on the 32-yard line. You get nothing. It's 12 yards because
right.
It's gonna be nearly impossible to pin this one. It's hard. I'm going for it here.
Got that offensive unit back out there.
And he's got Jeremiah and Lane in there. Doesn't look like they're going quarterback sneak though. So,
well, and maybe rightfully so after that first one wasn't as successful as they wanted.
You're going to see their linebackers walk up here, which if they do, then an outside zone with a Jeremiah leading.
Yep.
But are they going to start the clock? Yep, there it comes. It's burning.
24 seconds. Let it ride, Nate.
They're going to try to jump him.
Oh no! With a quick snap, he's able to get it. Win more! Yes, sir!
That's a Broadway Barbershop touchdown!
Coach Davis, that was special.
And West Greene's coaches just all got penalized. They are not happy about something. I don't know if it was Tyson pancaking a guy over here. I don't really care because that was awesome.
Pretty clean block.
You can't get mad about a pancake.
I know it hurts, but it's also a good football play.
Woo! That's 2 big runs from Lane Cope. If I hurt anybody's eardrums with that touchdown call, sorry.
Don't apologize.
That was awesome.
It was worth it. We're here 20-12 Royals, hopefully able to put up an extra point here just so that the score looks pretty, right, Coach? And put us 9 points up, which hopefully puts this game out of reach.
This is important. And it's also important, and I know Coach Childs is talking to him, but we've got to keep cool heads here for the rest of this game because they're not happy.
Able to sneak it through. That was huge.
we've got to keep cool heads, and especially because they're not happy on that sideline. And I've
now
been,
they've got nothing to lose, and maybe they
And I've been there. It's easy. This is an emotional game. Guys, y'all just heard me.
Well,
it's an emotional broadcast, but what we want to do real quick is
They're on 4th down. Season, a little hint to some of you guys out there: change out that Mower Works. See Mark, see Naomi. Thank you to Mower Works.
Well, and just a fantastic segue from John Covey there. If you want your lawn to look as good as this turf we've got out here, Mower Works will help you out there and help you get there. All right, so Coach, are we kicking it deep here?
Yeah, after the penalty, Gabe should be able to put this one into the end zone. With our coverage, though, I'm not sure that it wouldn't be beneficial to just pop one down to about that 10-yard line.
Inside the 20.
Because you've got some kids that can run out here, let them get down there and make a play.
All right, let's see if Coach Bruton's got them coached up. And
that's
they do
what happened.
just that. We got several hats. Can we stretch them to the outside, get him down, and they do right at the 30-yard line. Stay calm, fellas, and let's make them earn this. 2 minutes left in the game. Again, Royals 21, Buffaloes 12. Another opportunity here to throw it to John Covey for a message from our sponsor.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard
Coons Cram Course. Up that ACT score. Call our buddies over at Coons Cram Course, 865-387-0815.
All right, Coach, is this just keep everyone in front of you? Is that the mantra now?
Yeah, they should.
Tyson, get off that field.
Tyson may have just got ejected again. I hope they don't eject him for that. They did try to take his legs out, which I'm not cool with. But we have got to stop making boneheaded moves, man. We really have got to be better than that.
They're calling against us.
He jumped back out.
Yeah, they just a personal foul. It's okay. But that was not a smart move. They tried to take his legs out.
You're just giving them some oxygen, though, right?
Yeah, we've got to be smarter than that. They need to be watching for that, though. They tried to trying to hurt our players because they are not happy. Especially after the pancake at the end of the last play, but we can't make boneheaded plays.
Got Gio in there on this side.
They're in 10 personnel for maybe the first time tonight.
Well, they try and hit that middle guy. Inexplicably doesn't go for the sideline. The clock keeps ticking, right, Coach?
Yep.
Why has it stopped?
First down.
Oh, well.
Should stop until they get the chain set. They do have one timeout left.
1st down, Buffalo.
We can't bleed too much here.
Oh, a fantastic catch on the far sideline for another Buffalo first down.
Pass complete.
We are bleeding way too much right here.
Tyson's coming back in.
I hope that he has got a cool head about himself.
Indeed.
He is way too good of a football player to make silly moves like the one he made when he was in there. I understand someone taking your legs out is not okay, but you've got to be smart about that.
Rely on those referees to make the calls. All right, he was able to get out of bounds, so the clock won't start here. Minute and 33 seconds left here in the half.
Coach Child's taking probably a pretty good time out there.
Wise, yep.
Calm the kids down, get the defense set, because
Get everybody to take a deep breath.
it is a 2-score game, but you give them one here quick, and
They've got all that momentum.
now you have a chance if they get an onside kick, one of those things.
Stranger things have happened, right?
Yes.
All right, another great opportunity here to kick it over to my boy John Covey for a message from our sponsors.
Thank you again to Broadway Barbershop joining us just in the past 2 games. If you need a good-looking cut, see our guys over at Broadway Barbershop, open Monday through Friday and on Saturdays. Thank you, Broadway Barbershop, for continuing to support our Eagleton Royals. And just a reminder, if you would like to get an advertising space here with us, email scott.west@bluntk12.org.
Again, so many businesses here in the Eagleton area that we love and just patronize and would love to have them become a part of our program. The Buffaloes here roll in this direction. Really important. Doesn't see anything. Throws it up a little wild. Thankfully, falls to the ground.
Yeah, you're looking for them to make a mistake here. They are pressing. Obviously, this is the time of the game where mistakes happen. They throw an interception, turn the ball over here, and go ahead and seal the game
Coach,
away.
I still kind of expected a run there, just because it's what works for them. And
I think they know that with one timeout, they cannot afford for the clock to run without chunk plays, and they're not getting enough chunk out of that run. And they're in 10 personnel, which they have not. Honestly, I'm not sure they shouldn't have been in this more often. It's putting a little more pressure on the defense. So
all right. A little fake to the near side, throwing it up, trying to let his receiver. Hopefully, no. Kind of bailed him out there on that one.
I'm going to be honest with you. Coach Childs would. I wouldn't probably be losing my mind if I'm Coach Childs down there, but.
He seems to be holding it together, but I'm with you. That one seems.
It's okay. We're
just think Colton's over there trying to plead his case. He's had his hands up, going for that ball, but apparently he didn't see it that way.
And it was an underthrow.
Yep.
The guy,
hardest.
But still, I didn't see anything there that was pass interference to me. Be looking for that slant here. They're just going to be trying to get the ball out again. They don't want to get tackled in bounds.
This way we get some good penetration in the backfield, but he's got a lot of green in front of him. Try and step up and get him down. Unfortunately, not. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Daniel's on the keeper for the West Greene touchdown.
All right, real important 2-point conversion here, Coach. They were unsuccessful.
Yeah, I don't know that it matters as much because I don't think they have a kicker that has much. But I think all that matters is we got to recover an onside kick. And
again, we've done a real good job. Coach Bruton's got them coached up. They've already tried to pull one of those on us earlier in the game. They're running out the field goal kicker. Okay, this is a new one.
I guess we're going to see what they got.
Well, and unable to punch it through.
And that tells you right there, they are not going to be able to kick a field goal. And you can't get much closer than that, 2 yards. So get the ball back here on this onside kick, make them burn their last time out, and then take a knee. And have cool heads. They're going to be trying to push. They're going to be trying to take knees. We got to be calm and cool and get these last minute and 11 seconds, and get out of here with a win. And Coach Bruton's out there coaching them up. I've never been around the guys passionate about special teams, and this is the time that it matters.
Indeed. And
so, got the hands team out there. They've tried it once, but we got some skill guys out there who are going to be ready for it. So, what you got to do is make sure it goes 10. We can't be silly, and if it's a dribbler at 5 yards, run up and go get it.
Yep.
So.
You seem like they'll go with the traditional sideline, or maybe try and sneak one right here on the E and recover something.
Well, you got Caleb Click there in the middle, a guy that actually was a skill player this camp. I think that I'm not sure that this kicker's got a whole lot of technical skill. I think he's just going to kick it and hope that he can. There it is.
There you go. Recovered by.
Looks like that was recovered by number 15, Nathan Tippett.
Another great guy able to get in there and fall on a really important ball for the Royals.
Mr.
today.
Covey, let's do one more sponsor read.
Do you need your grass cut? Call our guys over at GT Shelley Enterprises. GT Shelley, our longest running sponsor. Call them at 865-441-6999.
All right, Coach, this is big play. We need a nice solid snap. Are we just going to take a knee right here?
We're going to run it once, let them call a timeout. We're in 20 personnel. Handing off the lane, Cope. He's going to get outside.
And
stay in bounds.
looking to just get
Very
down.
good. West Greene going to call a timeout.
Clock now under a minute.
Cope on the carry, Johnson on the tackle.
And guys, that should be it.
Hopefully that's the ball game. We need a clean snap.
Yep. I'm sure we've practiced victory formation. Guys, this is a monumental day for Eagleton Academy.
Well, we're making history 2 weeks in a row. Last week with the first ever home game, and hopefully here in just a few seconds, our first ever win. Send it over to Mr. Covey for one more look at all our wonderful sponsors.
Thank you to all of our sponsors, GT Shelley Enterprises, Coots Cram Course, Mower Works, and our most recent Broadway Barbershop. Shout out to Coach West in Las Vegas. Coach, I hope that we've done you proud.
I hope so, too.
He's been listening along. He's been texting us this entire
Going to
time.
be celebrating with us from a distance.
Gentlemen, what a fantastic broadcast by you two.
Well, we couldn't do it without our wonderful producer, Landon here, doing a fantastic job on our main camera. Klaus down there on the field getting some amazing shots of this history in the making.
First victory coming up here for the Eagleton Academy Royals. Coach Childs, his first win coming up here as a head coach. Big victory for the Royals here.
All right, we're gonna enjoy watching these last few seconds tick off. We're here under 50 seconds, guys. This is special.
And Coach, we've been watching this team for 3 years now. We've been watching them as freshmen, sophomores, a lot of juniors out there, and it's neat to see the growth, not just this year, but for the past 3 years.
Absolutely.
And just remember, there are only 2 seniors on this football team, so this is a growing program that's going to continue to get better and better.
And that'll do it. That's a big first win for the Eagleton Academy Royals. Coach Childs and the boys. We'll be back next week. We will be back next week at Happy Valley. John Covey and Scott West will be on that call. Look forward to bringing that to you. For your final, the Eagleton Academy Royals win 21, West Greene Buffaloes 18. It's been fun.
Folks,
Ian, it's been a blast.
Appreciate y'all joining us, making a little history here. This has been a pleasure, fellas. Let's go. You guys at home, go celebrate a Royals victory.
As we like to say here at Eagleton, we'll see you on the other side.